All right, we are live. Sorry, you're not going to hear much of me. D should be on shortly. I know I can't actually tell if you guys can actually hear me. Hopefully, you can. Bob, let me know if you can hear me. All right. Yeah, I'm talking college football. I am big time on the SMU over. I got it at 63. It's at 65. I actually still like it at 65. Um, so one of the things I was going to do, and I hadn't done it yet, I actually remember to do it. I know I'm not a favorite of teasers, but this one I'm a favorite of teasers. Um, I think you're going to get I actually think Tulane covers with Michael Pratt back at quarterback. We'll go ahead and cover the actual 3.5 points. It was three. Um, Not a tremendous fan of the three. I think this game's going to come down to really quick. SMU has no defense. Tulane has a little bit of a defense, but SMU can't stop the run. That's why I like Spears. Spears should have a big time night tonight. He should be able to go off and easily run for 100 yards. USF was able to run for 100 yards. So I don't think there'll be any issue with Spears being able to get his 100. Then with Michael Pratt back, he'll be able to scramble, move around, keep the sticks, keep him honest, have a nice two-man game. This is the problem with teasers, and that's all done. Driving through my favorite part of the country that I absolutely hate driving through. But you guys will be my eyes and ears on what's happening in there. I'm going to try to keep track of everything live. I'm actually returning my daughter's car, so I don't have my normal heads-up display. That makes things a whole lot easier. But let me know if you can hear me. Doesn't look like we have anybody in the chat right now, so I'm taking it no one can hear me. So Rice, I think, will still be able to get his. Tulane's secondary is not as good. They're going to concentrate on Rice, but Rice is the number one wide receiver in the country. Should have no issue being able to get his stats. 100 yards is nothing for him. Curley at 50 is a gift. Curley will get 3 or 4 chances to catch 3 or 4 bombs. And the question with Curley is always the same exact question. Can he actually catch the football? That guy drops more balls than I've ever seen in college all year. Mordecai hits him in the hands all the time and he drops it, but he gets a lot of looks, so that should be pretty good. Mordecai, if you got it over 2.5 is a gift. That's going to hit. I like Pratt over 1.5. They're really going to keep the ball on the ground, but I expect some big runs and big plays for them. I expect them to score at will. One of the things for fun, I took each team to score in every quarter. So we'll see. We got a rare night where we've got no NBA early. All the only NBA games are after 10 o'clock and later. Seems like a real scheduling issue since we had like 18 games yesterday. No idea why you wouldn't turn around and say, okay, well, let's have a game at 8 o'clock. Unless you're worried about going against the Titans Packers juggernaut game here, which we're going to break down as soon as my colleagues actually join me. I don't know where they are. Let's see if I can find them. This is where D was supposed to be on. Rich is supposed to be on. Still looking for him. Can you guys hear me all right? Someone in the chat tell me I'm not just talking to myself. Someone can actually hear me. I didn't test the audio. It sounds like you should be able to hear me. So I'm testing that someone should be able to hear me. So if someone can be in the chat, tell me if you can actually hear me. Those are my college football looks. Looks like we've got one of them right here. He's joining us right now. So hopefully I'm coming in okay. If you guys can tell me if you can hear me, that'd be great.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So I put some college football plays. Obviously, I'm going to be driving here for the next 3 hours. They're driving right now around DC, my favorite. But so far there has been no traffic, so leaving later has definitely worked out for me. But yeah, I mean, a college football game, I like the over in Tulane, SMU. I got it at 63. I like it at 65. This would be a game. I'm not a big fan of teasers, but I would tease this in Baltimore on Sunday, and that would be my live teaser. Or I would tease this in Tulsa tomorrow with the over. Either of those would be probably solid plays, or tease this with the Tennessee Titans. Yep. I think the Titans went outright, but we'll break into that. So no NBA till later, 10 p.m. Lots of college basketball. Hopefully KG will be in. He's been hitting it pretty good in the chat, giving us some college basketball. So, D, are you there? D, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Okay, no problem. Just got quiet. So, I even took in the SMU game. I took each team to score in every quarter. This game's gonna be really Mordecai's gonna have to have a mistake-free game for them to win. I like Tulane to win. I like Michael Pratt. I think Mordecai and stuff will be able to put up points. I'm massively on the over in this game, so we'll see. Like I said, gave you some stats, some stuff. We got a big 3rd-and-3 early in the SMU game right now. All right. So, like I told you guys all, do we know? Did Rich say when he's coming on?
Yeah, I didn't see.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if we wanted to hold off in the NFL. If you haven't heard, they did move the game to Detroit.
Yeah, they have to.
Well, they have to because of the snow. But now they've played games before in the snow in Buffalo. If you're a Cleveland fan, you're pissed, and your way to win was, all right, we're going to play a game in the snow. All we're going to do is round the ball tremendously. That'll take your passing game for the most part out of the equation, and we'll try to win a 10-7 game like Central Michigan tried to do last night, and actually lost 12-10. But yeah. We'll talk about what the Dubs need to do. They need to do something. Even though they've won 3 out of the last 4, anytime that none of those teams were good teams.
One thing that I would say as a Warriors fan, everybody said this last year. The Warriors, they aren't the same team. They aren't the same team. We get off to a rough start, and it's pretty frustrating. But I feel like we're gonna be able to iron the kinks out. But the young guys aren't doing squat.
There's a question of right now essentially the prevailing thought among people is it's the bench's issue. It's the bench. You're not getting any points from the bench because, as you said, the young guys aren't doing anything.
Can't lose if Steph scores 50. You just can't lose. That's just.
I mean, well, but here's the thing: Steph scored 50 and had a -14 plus minus.
Right.
I do, which means the other team scored. For those who don't understand plus minus, that means Steph, when he was on the court, the other team scored 65 points. He scored 50. That was great. He also gave up 30 to Cameron Payne. So it's not exactly like he was a defensive stalwart. But he still had a plus 20 on the guy he was on. I keep telling you, Klay Thompson is not Klay Thompson. He's not going to be Klay Thompson. Right now, he's getting his points, but he's getting his points because he's increased his volume. He has increased his efficiency. He's increased his volume, which means he's taking 17, 18, 19 shots per game. That's not Klay Thompson. That's not who he should be. I'd rather have those shots to Wiggins if I was them. You had Poole, who basically didn't show up last night. I don't know if he was pissed because he wasn't starting. When he started the other night, he showed up. But he came through. The bench isn't scoring enough. That's big time. But we'll break it down. We'll talk a little bit more there. I think the issue is teams are they're lackluster on the defensive end. Spot is not helping. Yeah. So SMU actually gives up the football. Tulane's going to get the ball here, and they've got a false start penalty. It looks like 1st and 15. So not the way we want to start.
So looking ahead, though, I won't be here on Sunday night, just so you know.
Okay, well, I mean,
I will be at the
Sunday
game.
night. Well, it should be a great game. It should be a great game because I still think they're going to be able to put up points. I like you guys to win, but I think they'll be able to put up points. They found a way to put up points last week. So, and then we don't know if Allen or Williams are going to play. Allen most likely
They should.
probably
They've
not.
sat out Allen the whole time, and that's why I think that he plays Allen at least. I think they've sat him out just for him to play this game. He's only got 2 games left.
I think they sat out.
And then
I think they sat out for Williams. I don't know if they sat out for Allen. Yeah.
Well, because Williams off the IR yet?
Did they put him on IR?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Okay. I'm not as sure. I'll be honest, I haven't been paying too much attention to Williams.
I'll look right now. I mean, they're still scoring.
Yep. Oh, they still score plenty of points. Is Juju clear to play or is he out?
He didn't practice today. We put
Did he practice all
Hardman
this
on
week?
the IR too. No.
So Hardman's out. Juju's out. Scantling's playing? Or is this Noah Gray and Kadarius Toney?
It's going to be Tony and, Noah Gray. Or Fortson.
Yeah, well, Fortson's been, after the preseason, Fortson's been completely missing in action. Like, of course, he's the 3rd tight end, and you're not expecting much for him. But the way you guys were talking him up, like he was a second coming of Travis Kelce, is a secret find that you guys have. So, let's see. Hold on. Gotta get over it here. Gotta get over. In the George Washington Bridge. Actually, I think it's Woodrow Wilson. All right, there's 18 yards for Spears. Let's go. Tulane's moving right down the field like I thought they would. So, yeah. So, have you been playing a lot of college basketball?
I've been tailing. I haven't been doing it myself very much. I've been hella busy.
Yeah, I've been kind of playing a lot of KG and just saying, yep, that's what we're going with. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh. I got to tell you, will be so happy to get my daughter back her car. Got 3 new tires on it. Yeah, we took it because it needs an emissions. We get emissions. We get an oil change. They're telling me, hey, there's 3 bad tires. I take it to my guy saying, there shouldn't be new tires at 30,000 miles. 30,000 and some change. Take it to him. He's like, oh shit, firewall on these things are gonna die. These things are just corroding. So he's like, yeah, you need tires.
Damn. Nice project.
Yeah. So I decided not to do the trade that I was thinking about doing. I just think people would think about it as collusion since it was done with my nephew. And I'm out of the playoffs.
Right.
And it would greatly enhance his team. Now, it would enhance my team going forward. How many points? I'm not sure. So, yeah.
I don't even think I have anybody playing tonight.
Hold on, I think we got somebody in. Rich is there.
Oh, I got it.
Sorry, Rich. Sorry, Rich.
What the?
Rich, you there?
There we go.
Oh, there you are.
What's going on?
Sorry for the news, Rich. Not good news for you guys today.
Somebody let me in and then somebody kicked me out.
Rich, I think you're on mute again. Your head's moving, but I don't hear anything.
I hear him.
Maybe I'm on mute.
All right, hold on. Maybe change earpiece. That ain't better?
D, can you hear Rich?
Yeah, I can hear Rich. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear both of you guys.
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear all three or both of y'all.
And there goes Fox.
See you.
Bye.
Damn, Rich, you put a dagger in me last week. I don't know if I can make the playoffs.
In football?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird, strange week. I've had like 3 strange weeks in a row now in fantasy. Like, just like buys. The buys have been killer, and then I've got guys. I mean, like anybody else, but I've got guys injured all over the freaking place.
Right.
So I just traded in my work league. I traded this afternoon for I got Justin Herbert, and after I did that, I realized I got Justin Herbert. I gave up Deonta Foreman because I had quite a few running backs, and then I looked at my roster and realized that I don't have another running back to start this week. I just have McCaffrey. So then I went out and picked up Elijah Mitchell was on waivers, and I picked up Pacheco. So I'm gonna start one of them two probably.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm used to having 4 or 5 leagues, but I'm not used to being competitive in 4 or 5 leagues. Like, usually by now I have at least 2 or 3 teams that are basically dead. So it's kind of getting a little tricky to manage all these teams at this point.
Right. Aaron Judge wins the MLB MVP. First in MLB history to win the Rookie of the Year, win an MVP, and hit 60 home runs in the season. Well, in his one career of a season.
Sure. So he won the AL. I saw Goldie won the NL, right?
I can't believe that. Yeah, I mean, he had a great year. Don't get me wrong. I'm just biased.
Who were the other top ones?
I think it was Manny and shit. Was it Nolan?
I didn't really follow the NL.
Yeah,
it had to be Harper, right? Wasn't Harper in there?
No.
No?
No, it was
Goldie,
Goldie, Nolan, and Manny.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
Rich, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? I take that as a no.
He must have broke his phone or something. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, we're talking.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
We can hear you.
Right? Yes. Oh, he's pissed. He's like, I gotta drive and I'm dealing with this bullshit.
He's like, these two freaking guys. These two guys.
Is he muting me?
Yeah, it says Machado finishes runner-up.
Yeah.
Here are the MVP award totals. Let's see.
I mean, but that was, it was kind of a joke, though. They had like your teammate basically come and basically be the presenter of the award. I mean, there was no question of who was going to win. And it was like, all right, we're going to have Giancarlo Stanton give the award to. I wonder who it's going to be. We're going to have so-and-so's teammate for the Cy Young Award give it to da-da-da. I wonder who it's going to be. I mean, come on. I mean, I was like, I wish I could beg. As soon as they named the presenters the week before, it was like, okay, you knew who the winners were.
Right. Well, this was, I mean, they would know. They would know because it was voted on at the end of the season, I think, right? These ballots
Correct.
are done before the playoffs start.
Yeah, they've known exactly who's going to be. That's
right.
Which, I mean, it's just they go with the intrigue of I wonder who it's going to be kind of crap.
Sure.
Like, no, you knew who it's going to be. Not that there was any question that it wasn't going to be Judge, even though there's an article out there that says Ohtani should have won. I was like, I understand. I understand what Ohtani did, but it's not like Ohtani batted 300 this year.
I mean, he won it last year. He won it last year. Last year was his
he won it
season.
Last year, but he batted 300. He batted
Exactly.
300. He hit home runs. He hit RBIs. He not only, yes, he did both things there, but he did both things well.
Last year.
This one, he kind of, last year. This year, he was kind of like Dave Kingman. I'm going to hit 30 home runs, but I'm at about 220.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely.
And there's
was
900
no way it wasn't
guys.
going to be Judge this year.
Yeah, there's 900 guys in the Major League Baseball that do this every year.
Right.
Sorry, I figured out what it was. So it was my nephew trying to get that trade. I said I wasn't going to do a trade. When I get a phone call in and I'm on Bluetooth, it cuts me out the stream and the system still thinks I'm on the phone and the whole 9 yards. I got to basically disconnect Bluetooth and then log on. Sorry, that's what I was talking. So I was going to say, welcome to the show. I know you've got really bad news today.
You didn't tell me that trade was with Jack. I would have told you don't do it because I'm going to have to beat him.
I didn't do the trade with that because of the fact that it would look like I'm colluding, and I'm not. But it would really close. It would really, really look like it.
No, I played Fox, my bad.
You played me in the other league, in the family league. You shut out my winning streak. I was basically back from the ashes, still alive, and then you scored 107 points. And 107 points in the family league is a ton of points.
So hard to do, bro.
Because it's non-PPR.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, so that's what I was like, oh crap, it's not happening. So I was gonna say, how are you taking the news? Are you in Cleveland? Is the sportscasters just like super pissed that, like I said, they moved it to Detroit?
No, not really. I mean, I think it was kind of, the thought was, well, they could have played the game, but the issue, like we were talking about this morning, the issue was isn't whether or not they can play the game, it's whether or not they can get people to the game and safely. So I mean, after all said and done, they erred on the side of caution there and decided to move the game. And honestly, I mean, they announced it well in advance. And I mean, I don't know how they're doing the tickets for that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that stadium wasn't packed of Buffalo and Cleveland fans. Because
there's a problem. Here's your problems that you're having. One, they announced there are no more flights from Buffalo to Detroit. So there's a guy, the sideline reporter, flew from California today, got off her connection flight in Detroit, changed flights. Literally right now, they were talking about this on ESPN, is on the way to Buffalo to discover that she's got to somehow get back to Detroit. So they're renting a car and driving to Detroit. Now, if you were smart enough and you brought your passport, that's a pretty quick trip. If you didn't, you've got to go through the state of New York, down to Ohio, and then up around it, which, by the way, I've done this.
Yeah, it's not great.
So when I had to get my emergency passport to fly out to Singapore, and I went to Detroit, and they stayed and went to Cedar Point, and Put-in Bay. When we were done, we said, we're up here. Why don't we just go to Niagara? Because we're already up farther north than we normally are.
Mm-hmm.
So we flipped around Cleveland and went up to Niagara. So I know what that drive is. It's only 8 hours, but you still got another 4 hours to get to Detroit. So, yeah. And then you're going to be driving. You guys have snow. That's not a fun drive in any way, shape, function, or form.
Yeah.
I did that in July. There was really no snow to be weary of. So, yeah.
I mean, you're talking about
touchdown Tulane.
You're talking about a not too terribly long drive, but if you're trying to do it in the snow, it's not going to be great. Especially I know the snow is moving across right now, so I mean, depending on, I'm going from Cleveland. The lake effect is weird. The lake effect is weird in Cleveland because, like, the west side of the city, actually the airport is located on the southwestern side of the city. So the lake effect actually doesn't really get around the airport too much. So it's not too bad when you're going around Cleveland, but there's a bunch of lake effect snow moving across Lake Michigan, so you're going to run into it on that side too. So it's
so what we've been hearing all day is about the mega storm, 6 feet of snow accumulation till the weekend, always caused by climate change too. So that's been all the time.
I mean, the whole thing is that it's not that we've never had these extreme weather events before. I don't recall having one before Thanksgiving very often.
I agree. I agree, but I've had white Christmases and Thanksgiving in Baltimore. So the fact that there's snow there and the fact it's there, it's less to do with other stuff than, hey, it's just. It happens. You look at the Farmer's Almanac and you go back 100 years. There's some times where there was a lot of snow. There was times where there's been none.
Well, it's the the lake effect snow is from the cold front, the cold air going across the warm water. So this time of year, the lake is still relatively warm, and once it freezes over, you don't really get lake effect anymore. But I mean, obviously, at this point in the year, it's not frozen yet.
Yeah. All right, so I made it through DC. Is
that a good thing?
So far, it's not too bad. I'm headed to Richmond tonight. I'm stopping at my brother's. I'll work a full day, and then I'm headed to Clemson on Friday night. We'll experience that. So, knock on wood, so far, haven't really had any slowdowns, which has been great because I don't want to arrive at 11, 12 o'clock. So, Tulane scored. They're up 7. Can someone find out who scored for Tulane?
Pratt. Somebody named Pratt.
Who? Oh, Michael Pratt scored? Okay, he's the quarterback. Okay. Pratt and Spears are basically there. They should have no issue moving the ball and putting points on the board. So that's 7. That's good. Still 7 minutes left to go in the quarter. Totals moved up to a little bit, actually down to 62.5. You got a 7.5 on SMU. I will say, if it gets to double digits on SMU, I'm definitely probably going to nibble on SMU. Because when Tulane kind of gives up a little bit, SMU will still put points on the board. I like this 62.5. I really do. So, Rich, I was talking to D. Have you got into college basketball? Anything on that? Apparently, Dallas is beating the shit out of Florida.
Yeah, 4-0.
I was going to say the Sergei Bobrovsky is now available. I dropped him. I know you guys don't have any goaltenders.
I'm doing all right.
So
I'm playing Newsflash Watson.
yeah, who do you think that is?
Your daughter.
Yes, that's for the news flash. Kind of gave it away. Yes. Yeah, she's not as being into it as much as the other ones are. My nephew right now is getting his ass kicked, and I keep talking to him because I'm like, you're the only one that plays high-end hockey. This is kind of funny. I had my team's not joining. They said I made some shakeups. One of those shakeups was he tried to float Jordan Binghamton. And I pounced. I can't believe you guys did not pounce on that. He's just too good of a goalie to leave out there. All right. Any college basketball you're on, Rich, tonight? Did we lose Rich?
I think he's stepped out real quick.
All right.
So let's shift over to the NFL game. What do we?
You want to talk? Oh, that's right. That is getting ready to start. I like Tennessee to win the game. I like them on the teaser. I took them with the teaser with Baltimore. I think
minus 13. You think they're gonna? Damn, what the hell's going on over there? I think Carolina keeps it closer than that. Have they started Mayfield? Carolina.
I don't care who they start. I think this Baltimore team's gonna destroy them. I think you're basically Baltimore and you guys and the Bills are basically your top three teams. And I said that at the beginning of the year when I said the Baltimore team to be better than what I like. Getting Roquan Smith is massive for that team.
Well, we're halfway through the season. We don't even know if Buffalo's gonna even win their division.
Yeah, we say that, but
they've had three tough losses.
Their only losses are in their division. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had, but they're gonna make the playoffs. And if they're a wild card team making the playoffs, that'd be hilarious.
Don't count them out. I mean, shit.
Well, don't count them out. You want to play Buffalo as your week 1 wild card game?
I get a bye.
You believe you get a bye?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, they opened up the door.
Well, they've opened the door. Cincinnati's back. You've got a bunch of teams that are back. But
right.
Let's talk this game. So
right.
I think the books do not believe in Christian Watson at all, because if the fact they gave you a literally 42 yards for Christian Watson is a joke, or you have to take a nibble.
Well, the thing is that he's not a volume receiver. He hit like
42 yards.
He hit like 3 big plays last week. He had 42 yards, or he had his yardage last week. But before that, did he even have 42 yards on the damn season?
Like, yeah, he did.
They know that everybody watched that. They know everybody watched that game last week and is going to be like, let's bet Christian Watson. And then dude's going to no-show tonight because he's no-showed 9 out of the 10 weeks this season.
Well, let's see. Most of the time he was hurt. So I'm going to give him that as well. But I'm going to say yes. If you look at this defense, Tennessee can stop the run. Green Bay is not going to be able to run the ball tonight.
Right.
They're going to have to win by passing the ball. They have the league's worst pass defense. 0. Bottom line, nothing. And they're without their starting corner. So the league's worst pass defense is negative what they were before.
What's his name? Simmons is back, right?
Simmons is still going to play, but that will stop the run. That's not going to stop the pass.
I thought I saw they were 13th against the pass.
They have the league's worst pass defense. Trust me. I'm 100% sure.
You want Watson's numbers?
I don't want Watson's stat because he hasn't played all year. I'm looking at a rookie I'm looking at a rookie wide receiver that seemed to get it. Yes. Is it a gift? If it was 60, 70, 80, is it a risk? Yeah, it's a risk. But at 42, he can get that accidentally.
I know, but I think it's his. What I'm saying is, I think it's his. The risk is the same. He's either going to get 100 or he's going to get 5. Like that.
Correct.
That's where it's at. So I think
I'm tempted to take one of those numbers, one of those higher numbers that you see in a prop builder that's like 85 or plus 200, because it's probably no, but I actually think he does, and I think the fact that he scored on a drag route coming across is them understanding, oh shit, he is faster than everybody. Oh shit, he is 6'3".
Didn't he drop 2 balls that were probably going to be 2 other touchdowns?
He dropped 1. Yes, he's the second coming of Willie Gault.
I mean,
the Bears used to throw it up high. Guy would be wide open by about 10 steps, and you would just pray he would actually hold on to the football. One year he actually did. All the other years he did it because all you guys are asking me, who?
I actually don't mind Bob's look on the long reception on Watson.
Well, if you got that stat, that's probably a great play to go with. Yes, because I think
they're hanging over 23.5. He's not a possession receiver. He's a big play guy. So if he gets one, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, and what is your take? I mean, I think I'm on the own there. I like Tennessee to win the game.
I like Tennessee
I really
to win
do.
The game too.
And I do say if you're going to take Tennessee to win the game, you might as well just take the big little win because they're not going to win by more than 13.
No, I mean Tennessee is not. They're not like a good team, but they're just. I don't know. They're just always around. Like they're very well coached. They're
they don't beat themselves.
Team. They don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't beat themselves. They don't make mistakes. Derrick Henry's probably going to get the ball a ton.
Yeah, but
they got a decent run defense. But I mean, you got
to take 102 yards for Derrick Henry too. He got 48 last week.
I mean, trust me. I hope that Watson does well. I have him starting on one of my fantasy teams. Like I hope he does well. But I view him as kind of like a boom or bust guy. He's either going to get 5 yards or he's going to get like 120. Like. That's kind of how I'm viewing it now.
I agree. He hasn't proven himself. I mean, I also like the Econ Westbrook over 23.5 yards.
It seems like
if Green Bay does get ahead of this, he can get that in his sleep. He can get that final 2 minutes.
Oh,
I'm looking for that special. Keenan
Westbrook. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
At 23.5 yards, I like that. Yep.
Are you looking for an alternate line on Watson?
I am, but right now the road's bouncy. So.
Okay, well I'll check it for you here. Give me a sec.
I'm taking Burks over 32.5.
Well, Rodgers' long reception completion is 36.5. Why wouldn't you just take that and not take what? Who cares what Watson gets?
Yeah, but if anybody's getting a long reception, it's probably going to be Watson, right?
I think Randall Cobb's going to be he's going to get that
Lazard,
one little
Lazard gets route. There. I mean, you don't know if it's a screen. Aaron Jones. I mean, there's lots of things that can get. And what is the weather like here? I know it's cold as shit, but is it snowing?
I don't know that this is a high scoring game, so I'm not sure.
33 degrees.
I'm not sure this is one that you go all in on a bunch of guys props over because
the last time these teams played, it was 40-14 Green Bay.
Yeah, but they're two different teams right now than when it was 40-14.
Yeah, I mean Green Bay has looked like their offense has looked like dog shit most of the season. I mean last week was basically the first week.
23.5. That's the number I got.
Okay, so if you want an alternate on Watson, you can go 53 for plus 108, 63 for plus 138.
See, I think the books are completely cheesy with that. Sorry, if I go over 10 yards more, I should be getting more than plus 20. I mean, that's the stuff where I get really pissed at the books because you like, oh, I want to take this over. So his number's 43. I want to take 63, and I get plus 130. There's not
All
enough.
right, what about the?
There's not enough reward. It should be like plus
my
300.
official play. Green Bay punt first drive. I took Trey Burks over 32.5, and then I took over 4.5 sacks.
You took Trey Burks over 32.5. You're complaining about Watson. Look at what Trey Burks was last time he had 32.5. I think he's done it once.
Well, he was injured. He was injured. The same argument you used.
All right, fair enough.
Let's just parlay both of them and ball out.
We're just having fun. Watson at 93 yards plus 400. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you got to double it up if you want a significant chunk here. It looks like.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. I mean, if I have 43 and I want to get 83, I should be at least getting plus 200 or plus 300 higher.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
14-0.
But the books a lot of times go, oh, we'll give you a plus 160. Let's go. Let's go, Green Wave. Was that scored in the first quarter? Who scored?
Spears, yes, in the first quarter.
All right, so that's his first touchdown. We just need one more. Let's go. That also probably jacked the total up, too, since that happened in the first quarter. Yeah, we're back up to 66.5. Nice.
And he has 91 rushing yards.
That means I need 10 more yards to cash. Oh, I knew that was the easiest bet of the night.
7 carries.
SMU's rushing defense. Curly? Yeah, it was Curly. Curly. I was driving. Sorry. It's Curly. It's a wide receiver. He's the number 2 wide receiver for SMU.
Nope. Hey, they only got 3 passes. That's it.
Well, they haven't got a first down from what I've seen. Now it's difficult to figure this out.
SMU's got him in the 20 2 times already. I mean, they drove down the field, and there's still 4 minutes in that quarter.
Well, Tulane's going to win this game. If Tulane is going to, like I said, I like Tulane to win this game. Jackass. Sorry. Well, this guy was flashing me. I didn't know if there is, so he gets right around me, and then he cuts right around, and then we both stop. So he's standing right in front of me now. It's basically like, yeah, okay, that was worth it, buddy. Yeah, I need SMU to start behaving this game. They've got good field position.
I forgot to get my hockey plays out. I'm on the Islanders, 1-1.
Okay, well, we can still get on it. If it's 1-1, we still can get on it.
I'm on the Islanders, and I'm on the Caps.
Yeah, the Caps was the one I took it because you gave it. I'm not sure I love that one.
Rich, but I stayed away because I think Minnesota, if anything.
Why were you not on Tampa?
Calgary's on fire, man. It's still 1-0. I mean, it's not over.
I know. I never said it was over. I don't need
scoring big playoff game. That's a playoff type game right there.
Well, okay. So I was listening to the guy in VEASAN on Tuesday, and I'm sitting there at work and I'm listening to VEASAN, and they're like, "We got our hockey expert who went 5-0 last week, and for whatever reason, you took the night off and you didn't give any plays." So he gives out 6 plays, and it's like. And even Mitch Moss is messing with him going, well, you know what's going to happen. You're going to go like 0-5 this week. And he goes, no, I'll probably go like 1-6. So he gives out Tage Thompson over 3.5. That's the only one that hit. Jason Robertson, who's shooting the puck like crazy in Dallas, if you're not watching, his over 3.5, that doesn't hit. Then he gives out the Tampa Bay under because they're playing Dallas, and that's going to be close. I think there was 8 goals, so that didn't hit. Then he gave out Tampa Bay because they're playing Dallas, and Tampa Bay is playing well. That didn't hit. Then he gave out Toronto versus Pittsburgh. That's going to be an under. Like, I think that was, take Pittsburgh here. Toronto's reeling. That didn't hit. He basically, for all this person, I forget, he misses 2 others there. He ends up going 1-6. So I was like, great. I'm glad I tailed that guy. That's what kind of put me in the hole.
Okay. Just an update. We got flurries.
Mark Andrew Fleury? Or we got flurries in Green Bay?
We got flurries in Green Bay, and they just kicked off. Tennessee's got the ball. He might take it back. Oh, we got all.
Where's Christian Watson from? He looks like he's about freezing.
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State. He better not be freezing right now.
Oh yeah.
North Dakota State. He's played in cold weather.
Well,
it wasn't so funny where you okay. So let me see here. Let me set the mood. If you watched the MAC game last night, that was great. So you're looking at the Western Michigan. Who did the Western Michigan play?
Central Michigan, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was Central Michigan. Quarterback comes out with both hands in the hand warmers, and he won't ever take them out. He's in the huddle the whole time. He hasn't taken his hands out. Gets behind center, still hasn't taken his hands out. Goes through the first play, barely gets his hands out right before, throws it incompletion. Second play, they run quarterback run. He hits the ground, and I swear, not doing a conspiracy theory, he hits the ground and everything was fine. He looks over, and then he goes, just a bad look on his face, and then he grabs his knee, and it's like, my knee. That's it. I'm done. That's it, guys. I'm done. And I was like, that guy did not want to be on the field in any way, shape, function, or form. It was like, oh, it was Kent State. Sorry, it was the Kent State game. So it wasn't Western Michigan. It was the other team that was playing Kent State last night. We actually won the game. The backup came in and actually played out well. But most of the MAC games, if you haven't noticed, there's been 7 MAC games this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. They've lost 8 quarterbacks.
Wow.
Tuesday's game, neither quarterback for any team finished the game. Wednesday's game, they lost. The Kent State game and the whoever the other team played, Kent State played, they each lost their quarterback. Western Michigan came. They lost their quarterback. And then in the final game, it was like Eastern Michigan. That's what it was. Eastern Michigan was the team I was talking about. And they were like, yeah, the backup was playing a lot better than the starter. Yeah, because the other guy did not want to be on the field.
3rd and 7.
Delane fumbles. Is this the break SMU needs?
The ball burns, baby! Woo! Let's go. That was like 40 yards right there.
What happened?
It was a deep ball down to the, let's see. It got crossed to 50. Got to 25.
See, that's the one thing. Green Bay, stat-wise, has a tremendous pass defense. Dallas was able to throw on them pretty easily. Now, granted, there's nobody as good as CeeDee Lamb on the Titans. And I don't know if I say Dak Prescott, Ryan Tannehill, who's better. I kind of would think that Prescott's
Dak
a little bit better.
Dak's better than Tannehill.
Yep.
Dak has looked great since he's come back from the injury.
Except the first game. The first game, he was terrible versus the Lions. That was the game where everyone thought it was going to score 100 points, and I think they scored like 13.
Yeah, that was a weird game. Been a lot of those this year. The NFL has proven to be incredibly unpredictable.
The Bills. Yeah, the Bills have a chance to do something that no other team has done before.
What's up?
Be the home team in Detroit and still make the Super Bowl.
I mean, that game moving to Detroit. I mean,
so what do you think books do? Do books void out all the plays? That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to void out all. If anybody took that game, I bet you that's voided.
Why would you void it? Everybody was betting it under. It's going to fly over now.
Because you can't do that. Most of the time it's there. That location changes games. Most of the time they'll void out the game. So if you had a hurricane or something like that with like in Miami or Tallahassee or stuff like that in previous years, they would void out the game and just say the game moves. So therefore the difference, because correct, that line's nowhere near 41 now, right?
I mean,
there's no way near
the original line. The original line was 46. It got bet down to 41. I don't know if they put it back up yet after it moved. Let me check here. I mean, I'm sure if they put it back up, they probably took it down and hung it back at 46 or 47. Yeah, it's up right now at 49.5.
Yeah, because you guys can't stop anybody, and they're going to score.
Well, it's going to be a track meet,
and they can't stop the run.
Yeah, it's going to be a track meet on that turf.
Well, so it depends upon if you guys actually want to throw to Amari Cooper.
Oh, what the hell?
They don't throw to him on the road, but they're going to run for 250
I was on mute the whole time?
Probably.
What the?
Yeah, you were on mute the whole time. We haven't heard you in like 10 minutes.
The last thing
cashed.
The last thing I heard you say was when you yelled about Burks. That was it.
Damn, my bad. I guess my phone turned me off. But yeah, so we're moving and grooving. We're in the 1st and 10, down to the 15. Green Bay's defense just looked. Oh,
who scored the third touchdown for Tulane? It's 21-0, by the way.
Here comes Hillard. He scored.
Dontrell Hillard.
Wow. Man, the dude that I traded Derrick Henry to has got to be pissed.
I'm playing Derrick Henry in like 2 leagues.
I traded Derrick Henry in one of my keeper leagues before last week, and he had like 50 yards last week, and then now this week he's already gotten a touchdown swiped.
Yep. Who scored the third touchdown for Tulane?
I'm working on it. 1 second.
Now, what is SMU going to do?
It's Spears. He passed the touchdown.
That's it. So that cashes Spears too. Because I think I put over 1.5 touchdowns right there, right?
Yeah, but is that rushing or passing?
No, it doesn't matter. Spears is the running back. Spears is the running back.
He threw a touchdown.
He threw a touchdown?
That's what it says. It says passing touchdown from Spears.
Oh, well, I don't think that counts.
That doesn't count. So what are the 3 scores? What are the 3 scores?
Pratt rushed it in. Spears rushed it in. Spears passed to
all right, so that doesn't count, but my guess is he has over 100 yards.
No. You're right. No, that cashes. He got a receiving touchdown. Pratt passes to Spears. Catch made by Spears. My bad.
Okay. All right, so how many rushing yards does he have?
95.
All right, so he needs 5 more yards. He's already got his touchdowns, and they're up to 21 points.
Yeah, he's got a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah. This is like the Houston game, except so far SMU is not contributing at all.
21 points for Tulane, though. Tulane's got a good defense, though.
Yeah,
it's SMU offense.
They gave him 33 to USF.
Yeah. The SMU offense is usually pretty prolific. They're usually good for about 35, 40 points a game.
Yeah, I took Tulane's team total over 34.5. That's looking nice. I mean, it's a question of how bad they want to beat them, and exactly, SMU can't stop anybody. They're going to throw. They're going to throw some more. How many interceptions does Mordecai have right now? 1 or 2?
Who?
Tanner Mordecai.
He has 4 completions.
Any interceptions?
No.
He had an interception. Okay.
The punter has the most yards. He has 85.
Lambeau Field's like 15. Aaron Jones carries. Bob Taylor, sorry I missed that quote. Yeah, Willie Galt was awesome. Yeah, Willie Galt was. So for those you don't know, the Bears signed Willie Galt because Willie Galt was a 4x100 track star. Went to the Olympic team, and they tried him out a wide receiver, and it was, here's your route pattern, go. That was it. And Jim McMahon would just fire back, and Steve Walsh would fire back, and you'd watch Willie Galt. He's wide open. This is going to be 6. And no. All right. Okay, we're going to go back to handing the ball to Walter Payton. All right, let's just forget this. And in 85, he had his best year. I think he had like 50 receptions.
They got Lil Wayne's on tonight.
By Green Bay here. Let's go.
They got Lil Wayne on tonight after this game.
Well, Lil Wayne is the Thursday night halftime show, isn't he?
Well, it's the after the game they do the Amazon Music thing or whatever, and Lil Wayne's on it tonight.
Your TV is still on after the game? There's no way, Rich, your TV is still on.
Oh, no, I'm not going to be awake to see it. Just making an observation. Oh, cool, Lil Wayne. I mean, it's midnight. It's going to be on. It's going to be on at midnight. I'm not going to be.
Aaron Jones stuff -2.
See, this is, to me, this was the whole game. Can the Packers get out of their mindset who we want to run the ball, to we need to throw it because they can't stop the pass at all. But what they do well is stop the run. If the Packers come out here and think they're going to run it 70% of the time, they're going to lose this game. They're going to lose this game in laughing stock. Because to me, the other side, Packers can't stop the run.
I don't know what the hell that was, but they got 5.
You're Fox, you're gonna have to help me with my World Cup stuff.
I've given you 4 brackets.
Right. Oh,
I've given you 6 brackets. I've given you 6 exact brackets.
No,
6 exact brackets.
Hold on.
I gave you all the way to Group F.
Yeah, you gave me the.
Tomorrow will be the last 2.
Then I still have to pick the matchups though. I got to do it all before it starts.
Correct. You have till Sunday. I'm going to have everything done tomorrow.
But I need to know the matchups.
Oh, there it goes. Cash it. There's a punt.
Nice.
Good job. Well, good call, D. Good call. I got a cop next to me, so I can't look at anything right now.
Yeah,
you can't even have a phone near you.
That's correct. Because I don't have the little magnet thing to keep it on the vent. I've got it on my lap.
And then the cop is like, "Oh man, this guy's just got a flashlight in his crotch pointed at his face. Apparently,
he wants me to see what he looks like." Okay.
I'm not stupid enough to have the phone right side up. I've got it right side down.
No, you don't.
I mean, we can see your face.
Oh, can you? Did I have the camera on?
The whole time.
Oh.
Alrighty then. Well,
that's not a great view for you guys. I apologize to all the viewers. It's a good thing I didn't put it between my crotch.
I mean,
touchdown Mustangs! There we go. Who scored for SMU?
Oh, gotta love.
They show it some life. Oh, we gotta love Thursday nights. We have a blast. Oh,
the Blues are already up 2-0. Oh, come on. This is not gonna be one of those nights. Come on.
Who are the Blues playing?
The Caps.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I didn't like. I was surprised. I agreed with it because of the move away from Bimington. You had the backup goalie in, but the Caps been so punchless lately. I don't know if they have enough firepower without Oshie.
Who's the backup?
I don't know, but I had the backup goalie in the
Allen?
Kings last night, and I took everything Edmonton, and Edmonton put up 2 shots in the first period. I was like, what the hell? You got a guy with an 80% goal save percentage, and we're not shooting the puck.
It was terrible.
I think it's been every other game. It's been over for the Kings.
I was looking at. I checked my fantasy this morning because I got 3 dudes on Edmonton, including McDavid, and I'm like, did they even play? I'm like, what the fuck even happened here? Dude even play?
Well, they played and it was funny because the USA was talking. They're like, I'm not really sure what they're doing is legal. It looked like the old blue line trap. That's essentially what it looked like. It looked like the old New Jersey Devil trap that came over as soon as you crossed over the blue line, and Edmonton couldn't get the puck in. They kept on trying to dump it in and never got possession back, and it went the other way every single time. I mean, I think the first period was 21-4 in shots on net, and then I watched it. And I said, "Oh, what's going on?" It was like they just can't get possession in the zone, so there was no way they were going to get shots.
If you look at the like when I looked at the stat lines this morning for those guys, I'm like, did they not play? And then I look like I actually thought that they either sat or got thrown out or something like that. And then I looked and I'm like, no, they've got 20 minutes on ice or whatever. They've got 20 minutes of ice time, but just no other really countable stats. I mean, I think McDavid had 2 shots, which is crazy.
Yeah, they didn't shoot the puck at all that entire game. It really was pissing me off left and right. All right, so Tennessee's got the ball, and they rush it for 2 yards. Watson, you read for the World Cup. I assume it's ready for the World Cup. I am for the World Cup, but I enjoy the World Cup, but as what I said, it's from a soccer standpoint, people like to say, oh, this is where everyone gets involved. You get involved because it's your country and you get in. However, to me, most of the games are boring as hell. The reason why is because there's so much on the line. That's where what you're going to see for the first group is you're going to see everybody come out and go, I like this over 2.5 goals. I like this over 3 goals. These teams score a lot. They got great players who are going to score 3. The score is going to be 1-0, 1 on a penalty.
Yeah, because they don't
take chances.
Yeah,
you don't add big numbers in the zone. You don't have guys. You have solid players. And what I keep trying to tell people that they fail to realize, there's about 15 elite forwards that, hey, when they get the ball in the box with the chance to shoot, they've got a high percentage to score. A lot of those guys play for the same damn country.
Yeah.
So you sit there and say, like, Germany's a great team. Germany has no proven scorer playing on their front line. Kai Havertz is having a horrible Premier League. He's having a better international season than he is for that. Timo Werner was so much that he got sold to the Premier League and hasn't done anything for Eintracht, being back to Leipzig, that they actually demoted him. And then he got hurt. So my question's, Ilkay Gundogan is going to be your big gun for Germany? Yeah, they're going to keep the scores close. They're going to try to score eventually. Leroy Sané, things of that nature. But they don't have the big giant scores they do. Argentina, Brazil, France, Belgium. Those are the teams that have guys who they get the puck, the ball in the zone. They're probably going to have a good chance to put it in the back of the net.
Who does Victor Hovland play for?
Victor Hovland is you're talking. I assume you're trying. I'm trying. He's talking about Holland, who's
Holland?
Not Victor. Yes, Holland.
Victor Hovland is the golfer.
Oh, that's right. He is a golfer.
I believe he plays.
The teams are very similar.
I believe he plays for the Dutch, Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong on that. No. Wait, Gakpo is the best nuts play. Who does Holland play for?
Hey, I was listening to another podcast. There's something that somebody said to take Qatar to win, and not only to win, but 0-1. I guess Qatar there's
first Ecuador
there's reports
start the
that
season.
They're buying.
There's reports that they
they're paying these dudes off.
There's reports
and
they're buying to win,
also,
but
there's
Qatar.
a stat though that
But Qatar's
whoever's
played
hosting
well.
the World Cup has never lost the first game.
Correct. That is correct. Now, granted, normally because you play the weakest team in the group, they set that up so whatever
they don't have anybody. Everybody's weak in their damn group. Whoever gave them the group is rigged.
They did it. They rigged it. FIFA. they
well, it's tough to
they got a free easy win basically.
The way they do groupings, it would be tough for that to be rigged. Hold on, guys. I got to get around this semi who keeps swerving. You pick out.
Bro. We got this. 1st and 10.
You pick out names out of a bowl. It would be very tough to live. It's not the kind of thing you would rig. What you can rig is basically saying we're going to play the weakest team in the very first game. I do like Qatar to play that game. I'm probably going to take a draw, no bet. Again, I do agree. I like the under in that thing, 1-0 as well. I think Holland does not play for the Netherlands. Who does he play for?
I'll have to look. I got this dude's card. I don't even know if I have the right damn name. I might have the wrong name.
It's Haaland. You have the right name. Yes. Holland is the best. I thought it was okay, so it's Norway. Okay. Holland is the best striker right now in the world. Him and Mbappe, arguably the best too, but Holland has produced more chances as well. He's going to obliterate the Premier League record. I got to bet Holland as the leading scorer at plus 200 before the start of the season, and I don't goal bench right now. Barely scored 10.
So now
he has the golden boot locked up so much that they want to give. They were talking.
What happened? We lost D.
Yeah, Holland is by far the best striker in the world. Yeah, you're probably going to lose me a little bit here too. Well, the Packers got the ball.
Yeah, you were breaking up. You were breaking up just a little bit.
Decided to just give me the SMU lane game. It's over. Yeah, sorry, I'm losing a little bit here going through the valleys. I'll pick it back up here after I get out of Fredericksburg.
Yep, no worries.
So, wait until announce that they're going to cancel the Coastal versus Virginia game. I mean, shouldn't that have been an immediate decision?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised they didn't cancel it right away. And then the other thing I was surprised about was that they haven't canceled. They haven't postponed any of the games in Idaho. They had those kids killed in Idaho on campus. That was pretty crazy too.
Yeah, Tulane scores again. That's 28-7. So if you've got the over 33, which was the first half, that cashed. By the way, the new live total in this game is 79.5.
Randall Cobb just would have cashed. He only had 20 and a half yards, something like that.
Is that all?
So we're looking nice on the over at SMU. We're looking nice on Tulane with the 21-point advantage. You can keep taking SMU plus 21.5. And really, it's going to be a question right now in the game is how bad does Tulane want to win the game? Who scored the 4th touchdown? Probably Spears again. My guess is Spears has over 100 now, right?
Seems to be the only guy that's playing for Tulane.
Pratt rushed it in.
Pratt again? Does Pratt have over 23 and a half? That was all his rushing was.
43.
All right, so he cashed. Well, he cashed for me, not for you guys. Sorry, I didn't give him.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that? There's plays I take. I have a bunch of wide receivers for SMU too. They eventually have to catch balls because they're going to be down by 30 points.
Third down, 3rd and 2. That was a big pickup by Dylan. 2nd down.
Did you guys take a side or a total on this Packers Titans game?
Tennessee.
I took a teaser with the Ravens, +9 Tennessee.
What was the line on this game?
3.
You getting 3 with Tennessee?
Yep. I mean, to me, that like I said, the game is can Green Bay be smart enough to say we need to throw the ball?
Now they're throwing it on this drive. I'm still trying to run it, but
I mean, you have to eventually. When I say forget the run, that's not 21-1 rushing or defense. I mean, it's like the Sunday game that we're going to watch, Philly versus Indianapolis. Indianapolis is going to run it 800 times. Every running back on Indianapolis is going to hit their prop. Every single one. Deion Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, Matt Ryan. Every single guy is going to go over his rushing prop.
You got to keep them. You got to keep them honest a little bit when you're talking. The Packers are going to have success throwing the ball, but they're going to need to mix in the run just a little bit. 2-1,
correct.
2-1, 3-1.
But there's also ways you could do short passing.
That's what they're doing,
which is as good as a run.
Little bubble screen.
That's why I took Aaron Jones over 3.5 because I think he's going to catch a couple screens.
Yeah, Dylan got 2 on this drive.
I'm surprised
they lose this fumble D?
Drive. Jones did.
Got it back though.
Yeah. They got Dylan back there. I think Jones needs a little breather because he got smacked.
Yeah, he got whacked on this. Oh, right on the freaking ball.
So back to the World Cup. I gave out the group today that's probably going to determine your win. So you have to name how they finish in the group, then what? How they finish in the knockout stage, then how they finish in the semifinals, and how they finish in the finals.
Yeah, so it's once you do the grouping.
Okay. Do you have it? Do you have the grouping? Do you have the grouping written down?
I have the grouping already filled out. I filled out the whole thing based on what you've got.
So for you, I need to look and see which group plays which in the knockout finals.
So
Rogers just said, "Why would you run that?" Literally, if you watch that,
he sits there and he complains to his coach because he knows this is a 1-year deal to him. He literally sits there every time and goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
They just ran a hurry up with 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. What was that? They got 12 men on the field, I think that's why. Oh, he mossed him. Watson, what a touchdown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they got 12 men on the defense and said, go, go, go.
All right, so let's talk the one thing I was going to say. So Watson's trajectory continues. Can he still win Rookie of the Year? Like who else is who else in the National League and the NFC?
Ken Walker.
Okay, who hasn't done squat in the last 2 games?
Yeah, but Watson didn't do anything. Watson didn't do anything until the last 1 game.
Correct. I agree. So is Walker that far ahead where it's a done deal?
I think he's significant. I don't know that he's got it locked up, but I think he's significantly ahead of Watson.
So I said if Walker continues, though, and he ends up being the number 1 wide receiver for the rest of the year in Green Bay,
if Watson
70, 80 yards a week.
If Watson ends up, say he's a 75, 50 yards and a touchdown or 75 yards and a touchdown every week from here on out, and Walker tanks basically, then I think he can win it. But I think Walker is pretty far ahead at this point. I mean, who else?
So you don't think momentum matters?
Do I think momentum? I mean, I think that the games in the beginning of the season count just as much as the ones at the end.
They do, but do they for the voters?
Maybe. I mean,
do the voters look at it and sit there and go, okay, he played Arizona?
He missed the goddamn extra point. Fucking fuck.
It wouldn't be the NFL if they don't miss an extra point.
No, it's not a Bovada thing. It's not a Bovada thing, Bob. It's guy that I work with is doing a World Cup. He's doing a World Cup bracket. It's on FIFA. Play.fifa.com. They have a World Cup bracket challenge.
I gotta look. Is McDonald's doing a fantasy team?
What?
McDonald's?
Yeah, normally McDonald's does pick your fantasy guys and compete for prizes and stuff like that.
I don't know. I'll have to look.
I don't know, but Montreal Titans, that's good.
Who scored for Montreal?
Probably Cole Caulfield.
Well, one of them was in my DFS, but it is Joe Harris and Anderson. I don't know. His name's not Joe Harris. That's a basketball player. Harris and Anderson.
I was gonna say that's where Harris has been. All right, we check in on the lovable losers. 28-7. Tulane and SMU. TV time.
My guy from Dallas has got 2 freaking goals tonight already.
Well, Dallas had 4 goals in the first period.
Yeah, they're winning 5-2. Rupee hints.
That's cool. I took Rupee to get a point tomorrow with Tulsa minus 13.5. My daughter said you can't have $100 on Clemson on Saturday. I said, well, I can. I said I won't have it on the spread. I'll tell you that right now.
That was a picture. That's a picture of Tony that you put in the the Discord. I thought that was Juju wearing some. I thought that was Juju wearing some special ed helmet or something. I thought they put the special ed helmet on Juju.
Well, that's what we started with before you were here. I was like, who's playing receiver for Kansas City? He's like, I like Kansas City. I was like, with Noah Gray and Kadarius Toney?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, all they need is
to me, this game is a game that if you find it, you hammer Jerick McKinnon receiving yards.
Yeah, Pacheco and McKinnon were on the injury report.
I was gonna say, I hope they use Pacheco.
Well, so far since he's been named the starter, he basically gets less carries. Way to go!
Well, who the hell is Clyde Edwards?
What the hell are they doing with Edwards
or Rojo?
Rojo's gone.
He's on the practice squad.
Rojo's literally the fact that he's still on your practice squad shows you how done he is. Because any team can come and grab him on your practice squad.
He's in no dress. He's on official roster. He's in no dress.
Yeah.
What's up, Gerardo?
He was basically, all right, we could take him. We could hold him all year. If Pacheco doesn't work out or McKinnon gets hurt because he's a paper tiger, then we could sit there and we can go to Rojo if we need to.
There's some of the weirdest situations in the NFL this year with teams like guys randomly getting, basically no work, or guys going from like the starter to basically like Benjamin. That freaking situation was weird. Dude freaking wins him a game. Connor's out.
He's playing better than Connor too, which I've told you all year. I never liked Connor anyway.
Eno was killing it, and then it comes out 1 week he doesn't get any carries. Next day they freaking cut him. What the hell are they doing? Like,
they complained about Kyler Murray.
I mean, he had to have told Kingsbury to go F himself or something. It had to be something like that. It had to be, for a team to make a decision like that, it had to be something interpersonal.
Oh, Kucherov scored.
Well, on that, speaking of that, that's good because that's a Kucherov anytime goal. What did you hear what Mario said on social media?
Mario
Cristobal. So it's happening on every program. So you get moms and parents going to social media and complaining about their freshman, sophomore, whatever's playing time, right? Da-da-da, or calling out this assistant coach because they don't know what they're doing, da-da-da, blah, 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 whatever. So Mario comes up, and they're like, well, how do you take this? And this is actually a bold-ass statement. He's like, if any parent wants, they could pick their son up, drive over to Miami, pick their son up for practice, and take him home. If you think that's the issue and that's the issue, you're welcome to show up at practice and take his ass home. But he goes, now this might just be me because I was raised in a different time, but I was raised for man to do things face to face. And
yeah, we're losing you a little bit, Fox.
It's like no, it's probably. Yeah, I mean, I'm driving south on 95, so in and out.
No, yeah, I think it's the signal there for you. I think what we're starting to see more of now, especially with these, especially with this generation, that's kind of coming up now, the younger guys in the league and stuff. They're less tolerant and not as willing to kind of work their way up and pay their dues, kind of like the older generations were. Like, it's not like hard work and being rewarded for doing the work, and kind of you come in and you work your ass off and you eat shit for a little while, and then you work your way up. This generation that's coming up now,
they want things handled. You're getting a handle. You're getting NIL deals handled up before you step your foot on the field, and and be named a starter.
But every kid that's coming to college now, especially, not even in college. I'm talking. These kids that are in the pros. These kids that are in the pros now are 21, 22 years old. So they're part of the same. It's all this same generation, and these kids are literally like they've been number one. They've been greatness their entire life. So when you finally get to the pros, when you finally get to the NFL, and teams are not willing, like Tony, for example. Tony is the perfect example. Dude didn't want to be in New York. Like, I believe that he was hurt a little bit, but I don't believe that he was just magically better now that he's in Kansas City. Dude never played for the Giants.
But that was apparently on the Giants staff, because he told them he was okay to go. And their medical team would never clear him. And those are the reports that came out that was there, where Tony basically would tell them week to week, I'm ready to go. I'm fine. I've been cleared. I went to a second opinion. They cleared me. The team doctors would not clear him.
there was a reason he was not playing. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but there was a reason he was not playing, because now he's in Kansas City and he's fine.
You've always had kids that felt entitled and not wanted to work for anything. The difference is those kids now have money. So let the next NFL athlete, after 3 years of getting an NIL deal for 3 years, and then see whether he really wants to work it when he gets to the pros. He's only getting $1 million. That's kind of interesting.
I think he's gone.
All right.
I think we lost Fox.
I'm
Yeah,
still
we're gonna
here.
have to mute him.
Okay. No, not really.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Kawhi's back.
It's funny because it's coming in perfectly on mine.
I just think the issue is.
I hear you guys, Christopher.
I think the issue is now that it's like, there have always been players who were kind of like, you know, you would kind of refer to them as like a prima donna, or like guys that were just, you know, they were just unhappy. They didn't, you know, I mean, you can even look back at guys like Randy Moss, right? Randy Moss was always considered to be like a, you know, kind of like a problem child or like a prima donna or whatever. And, you know, you kind of chalked it up as the guy just wants to win, right? He wants to win, and, you know, he doesn't want to waste his entire career playing on some bum ass team where he's not got a chance to win. But now I feel like it's becoming increasingly more prevalent throughout the league. Like this generation that's coming through now, it's more the norm that the guys are just, they're unhappy. They want, you know, I mean, look at how many guys have you know, are demanding trades. It's every freaking year. It's every year. There's 5-10 guys that are demanding trades, and it's guys that are even sometimes guys that have just signed deals. Like, dude, you can't sign a deal. You can't sign a deal and then, you know, 8 games into the season or 6 games into the season demand a trade. Like,
Right.
Like, you either want to be here or you don't want to be here, but don't take the money and then say, I want out.
I agree.
Yeah, a lot of guys are like, they want the money. Hey, look at the Tyreek Hill.
I mean, Brandon Cooks, right? Brandon Cooks signs a 2-year deal in the offseason. Now he ain't even playing. He's not even playing. He don't want to play. He wants traded. They didn't trade him, so he was pissed. So he sits. It's like, dude, are you freaking serious? Like, this team's paying you. You don't, like, what makes that appealing, you know, to another team? What makes that appealing to another team? Like, Brandon Cooks is good, but he's not Jerry Rice. Like, he's not, teams aren't falling down, you know, trying to sign Brandon Cooks.
Nope.
I don't know. I watched a tweet this morning that had it had clips of Brian Flores coaching, you know, basically talking to Tua or whatever last year during the season, during games, practice or whatever, and then Mike McDaniels. And I have heard some other people talk about this because Mike McDaniels is a younger guy. And it seems like as more and more of these younger guys are brought in and more of the younger guys are coaches, they're able to kind of relate to the younger players. They're able to relate to the younger generation. They're able to kind of speak their language, which is, you know, it's a very real, that's a very real skill, because you can hear how McDaniels and Tua are talking, and it's almost like they're peers, right? When Flores is talking to him, it's kind of like, I'm coach, you're player, you know, whatever. But when McDaniels is dealing with him, it's like they're peers. They're both working together to, run the offense or solve a problem or whatever. It's very interesting.
Looks like we've got Tennessee got something cooking here.
Yeah, they got the run game cooking, it looks like.
Yeah, for the game that we didn't think is going to have any points, we're going to be 20 plus.
Couple third downs here. That's what they've executed. So,
yeah.
I mean, long drives. They're just ending in scores.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I think that's part of the issue with. With Brady, and like especially when you watch Brady on the sidelines and he's just screaming at the offensive lineman, just completely losing his mind. That kind of stuff doesn't translate. That doesn't translate well with this generation. Like they don't want to be yelled at. They don't want to be told that they're doing anything wrong. They've always kind of been told they're great and their shit doesn't stink and whatever. And to have Brady just screaming in their face, that shit don't resonate anymore. Like it's passing
no,
these
but
guys
because
by.
It's Brady, they respect it because it's Brady. I mean, if it was someone else, if it was Ryan Tannehill yelling at them, they're probably not as hyped there. There's one thing when you have a future Hall of Famer and arguably one of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game, yell at you. Yeah, I still think it gets through. I don't think it feels great for them, but I think it gets through because they do realize their mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say if Justin Fields talked to someone, one, I think the offensive lineman would fall down because it looks like Justin Fields would care. That there. But it's not going to have the same weight.
But that's his generation though. These guys are all in the same. They're all peers. When you're talking about Brady screaming at Tristan Wirfs, you're talking about a dude that's 20 years older than you. It'd be like your dad yelling at you.
Well, Tristan Wirfs has talked about it though. He's literally sat there and said he knows what it takes for me to get better, and he's telling me what I need to do. And he was, I mean, in the one thing that was talking about where this is a guy who changed his entire life in order to be a quarterback. He started to change his diet. He changed what he does. He changed who he hangs out with, how late he hangs out. They were like, the commitment that he's made to football for 20 years is shocking that he still wants to do it because essentially he has limited himself so much in order for what he believes to be still good on the football field.
Yeah.
Going to bed at 9 o'clock. Things about that. If you could pay me enough money to go to bed at 9 o'clock, because there's no way I'd ever do it. I'd lay in bed and sit there and stare at the ceiling for 3 hours. But I mean, there's no way I'm going to do it. I mean, the only chance you'd have me of going to bed at 9 o'clock is my wife was on board to have sex at 8 o'clock. Then I could get to bed by 9 o'clock. But other than that, every day that's not happening. So.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I could probably go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Dude, let me put it this way. I grew up watching my first TV, my tube television that I would get. I think I got it at 12. I would watch Chet whatever in the Sporting News Chicago every night till 12:30, 1 o'clock, because I'd have to have a TV on. Because like I said, I had an issue that happened when I was a young person with a burglar and things of that nature and stuff like that. So I hear everything that goes on in the house.
Yeah.
So if there's a sound that's unnatural going in the house, and that's why anytime I go to a different place, I have trouble sleeping, which is why I'll take melatonin to go to bed.
Sure.
But there's no way. I mean, for some there, I mean, my wife hates it. She's like, the TV's got to be on. I was like, the TV's on with a sleep timer. And she's like, that's great. I end up watching what you're watching and you're sleeping. And I'm like, well, you were asleep before I got here, so is there? She's like, sometimes you put stuff on that's interesting. So I tried to put the most dumbest show I could find. Every time I watch The Floor Is Lava on Netflix, which is a weird, stupid
that ain't
game
bad.
show.
That's not a bad thing. It is
It's so. I will say that is the greatest marketing thing because that thing probably cost them about 10 grand. And the fact that they've got 3 seasons already into that show is amazing. I'm sure they've recouped their investment. Do you wonder when they hit the lava, are they sucked away or does the camera just not pan at anything? Because you never see them again.
No, you don't see them again. They go underwater. And then that's it. Then they're just gone, and they're not there anymore.
And yes, but it's a question of where do they go? Is there an underfloor? Does it actually go deeper that they could like grab these people, or they give them a mask or oxygen? I mean, is the camera work that good? Because the room's never that big to say, hey, we pulled the guy out in the other area.
No, that's a relatively small room.
So where did they go?
I don't know. They get burned up in the lava.
I mean, that's one of great life's mysteries that I do want to find out what happens. Oh. All right, so what's after the game? Tennessee score yet?
2nd and 10 right now.
Yet.
They're in field goal range already, right? Aren't they down to like the 12?
Oh, yeah, they're down to the 15, 12, something like
15,
that.
Yeah.
Is SMU just in a perpetual TV timeout? Every time I look at it, it's a TV timeout.
Play action. Tannehill throws it away.
Gerardo said it's like the Peyton Manning commercial where the kids say he's old school and no fun.
Yes.
Have you ever seen have you guys ever seen the SNL skit where Manning is like I think they're doing like a commercial for like the Big Brothers, Big Sisters or something like that, and he's like playing quarterback with these kids and whatnot, and he's just like he's swearing at them and he's yelling in their face, and these are like little kids. The one kid's like running down the field, and he takes the ball and whips it as hard as he can and hits the kid in the back, and he falls down.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
That's one of the funniest freaking skits.
Where are we here? Right outside Richmond. I've actually made great time. It's been perfect. Oh.
Where are you going?
I'm crashing in Richmond tonight.
Oh, okay.
So so if DC sucks, if you hit DC, it takes 45 minutes to get around DC. You got to go there. If you hit DC traffic, you can add an hour. So the idea is essentially I still have basically 7 hours from Clemson to Clemson. So the idea was let's get around DC tonight. I can do a full regular work tomorrow, which one of the people is out, so they were kind of like, we really don't want you to leave early. And I was like, all right, okay. And I just started. So last thing I want to do is get the upset the apple cart here. So I said, no problem. And I'll work from here. And so then Friday night, I'll hit the road. I'll drive for 3 or 4 hours just to make that Saturday drive be about 4 hours. And I get to the game about 1 o'clock and tailgate and hang out and do whatever. And start making the way through the stadium. I hear it takes about 45 minutes to get through the stadium, which is one of the longest times I've ever been in a football stadium. But I don't know. It'd been my first time in Clemson. So my nephew was funny. He's like, so what are you wearing? I was like, What, you think I'm going to dress up in orange? I'm not. Yeah, orange would work. I have orange Miami gear, but I'm wearing green. I'm wearing a jersey. I'm going to scare out like a sore thumb. So
They stuffed them
should
on
be a
4th and 1.
blast.
Packers ball.
SMU got the ball back again. They're inside the red zone.
Yeah, Benjamin
But I'm
said,
not-
"Yo," he said the Beltway traffic is bad and the 495 is no joke.
Yeah, 495 is you literally want to do whatever you can to get around that traffic. So a lot of times it's either like during the day, if you want to say, hey, I'm going to beat the traffic, that's leaving at 1. Like, yeah, I've been there. Oh, I got here at 3. Everybody got here at 3. Here's an hour and a half.
Yeah, everybody's trying to beat traffic. They're all trying to beat traffic, and they're going to get there the same time you are.
Yeah. So I mean, this wasn't too bad. I mean, I left around 6:15. So I mean, I priced it out. If leaving at 5 and SMU misses the field goal, I priced it at 5, and it was like, oh, you'll get here at 10 o'clock. And I was like, all right. Oh, sorry, it's like 9:45. Then it was like, if you leave at 6, you'll get here at like 10 o'clock. Okay, well, I'll just leave at 6 because that makes more sense. I'm not spending my time just sitting, doing nothing, and I can actually get some stuff done and spend a little more time before I leave. So, yeah, it's always a big thing. I mean, it's a long time away to be away from the family again, and so, but it's what I have to do. So, I have it. But I'm gonna pull off here in a second here because I've got like 6 or 7 turns I gotta make, so I gotta have a map up. Let's see if I can get that and still be on the show.
I was going to say, you're more than welcome to exit and then come back. I would not want you to miss a turn.
I got 8 miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get this this guy tweeted, he said, I was laid off from Twitter. This was an hour ago. I was laid off from Twitter this afternoon. I was in charge of managing badge access to Twitter offices. Elon just called me and asked me if I could come back to help them regain access to headquarters as they shut off all badges and accidentally locked themselves out of the building. Sounds like a real bang-up operation he's running there.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised he's cleaning house because he's probably like, we can do this, and some of our other businesses can do the same thing. Yeah.
But here's the whole thing about it is, and you've been around long enough. You know this is how things happen, right? People come in that don't know anything about they don't know anything about an environment. They don't know anything about what you do or how you do it or why things work, and they automatically think that they know better. They think that they know better. You don't know what you're doing. They can do what you do better than how you do it. So then they come in, and this isn't always how. Normally, it isn't this bad. Normally, it's not this bad because normally it's like a gradual process. Normally, they don't come in and just try to fucking fire everybody. But like this is on an exaggerated level. This is a typical thing that happens when somebody buys a company is they come in and they try to change a whole bunch of shit, and then they figure out maybe we should change it back. Like why is this company that was making X amount of dollars before now hemorrhaging money? Like what is going on now? But it's funny. It's funny to watch people. It's very ironic. You're watching people tweet about him ruining what he's doing at Twitter. Like that's the ironic part.
The question though is, I mean, you're going to have some redundancies. You're going to have some redundancies with his other businesses or things that or he thinks he can get someone to do that job cheaper. I mean, I think you got to hold off a little bit.
You don't come in and do it. You don't come in and do this right away.
Normally don't. You come in and actually learn the business and kind of see what everyone does,
year,
and then you
year
go,
and a half,
you have a consultant.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been through other companies that went through mergers.
So have I.
Now, and some of those have went right away. That was, look, we already have this HR positions. We have this entire HR team, so your whole HR staff is big let go.
C-level people are usually the first ones to go, but C-level people normally have contracts or packages in the event of a buyout that they're taking care of. So that's kind of like a risk that you accept when you're in a position like that.
Yeah, not on a lot of them. On a lot of them, there's no package. I mean, like when Lake Mason and Smith Barney merged, it was all right. Here you go. Here's 3 months. I mean, it's not a stellar package. It wasn't like there. I wasn't the one that got 3 months. I was the one that actually voluntarily left 9 months later when I said, look, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. I actually left and went to Morgan Stanley.
But I'm talking about when I'm talking about C-level, I'm referring to like officers and stuff. Financial.
Okay, so you're saying C. So to me, I would say those are A-level. I wouldn't call them C. I would say by executive officers and stuff like that.
C-level meaning CIO, CFO, CEO, meaning.
Okay, you're going that like you're still level. Like I was looking at operations wise, you were like they have packages, they have no packages. Get 3 months. Like Morgan Stanley, we bought E-Trade.
3 months.
Morgan Stanley, we bought E-Trade. Well, we already have all these things. We already have a settlement service. We already have domestic settlement.
Sure.
All right. Your whole settlements team's gone. Why? Well, some of it they say we try to find jobs. Now, Morgan Stanley's a churn and burn company, so there's always some jobs that are out there. But yeah. So I mean, some of it I think is the fact that these guys all have social media accounts.
No, I think it's Fox's signals kind of going in and out.
It's definitely Fox. I'm almost right outside of Richmond, so my signal should be strong for the rest of the way. All right, so we're at halftime, 28-7. No other scoring in the Tulane SMU game. Live total stacked down to 63. At one point, it was 78. So. We're gonna see who gets the ball.
Well, I mean, you were talking about the the points. We saw a whole bunch of points to start here. You had two long drives that ended in no points. So, I mean, we're gonna end up with maybe, I don't know, maybe 16, 20 points at half at most. Could be 13.
Well, that's the one thing. I mean, you end up with 16, 20 points, and you're looking pretty good. But the one thing you got to look at is the total was 41. I mean, you could knock into 41 on accident.
Yeah. What did you take? You didn't take the under, did you?
On a Thursday night game, I didn't take the under there. I had a couple of parlays which closing over 41, but nothing big.
Okay.
And you're talking like $20-$30.
I mean, honestly, this is probably at this point it's probably going to finish, just like what was the game last week? The rain game. Carolina and Atlanta finished damn near dead on the number. You're probably looking at roughly the same thing here, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be close enough where you should be able to hedge live or take a second half or stuff like that. I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, I'm kind of shocked that you just haven't got any points the last two drives, but yeah. So I was shocked you went for on 3 fourths down so far. And I just decided at the own 15, field goals don't matter. We're just gonna go for it because the other team is up 21. I hate it when you do that because I'm sorry, you make the game. Overlook the psychological factor enhancement you get, your team puts points on the board. Yes, you've got to score more touchdowns. Yes, you can't win the game, but get back on field goals. But having a nice drive where your defense stopped them, coming back and getting 3 is sometimes psychologically your team's like, all right, okay, well, we got 3. Let's go. We can get more points. Let's get another stop. They got another stop. They got back down to 15 again. What did they do? Oh, we're going to go for it again on 4th down. What didn't happen? Well, we went for it on 4th down, and we didn't score. I think it's, and I've discovered I'm just stopped. And that's where I don't think people look in and sit there and say, well, had we just went and got 3, our team comes out with a little more fire. Maybe you force a turnover. Maybe your guys really just get pumped up and they're playing. I think I'm going to make the wrong decision here because this is completely red. Guys trying to get around this stoppage, and instead they're really just blogging the whole interstate for no reason, because what I wanted has nobody in it. All right, beautiful. All right, now I just need to make the next turn. I think it's this one. Richmond has all these kind of toll roads. So it's kind of like, which toll road am I taking? And then that toll road turns to this toll road, and that turns into this. And it's like, all right, what am I doing here? So, but my signal should be good, so I shouldn't get anything. So who has the ball right now?
Tennessee's got the ball. I think they're at the 2-minute warning here. They're, what are they, about the 30? They're about the 30 or so yard line.
Their own 30?
No, Green Bay's 30. Green Bay got pinned back deep and then punted. So
okay.
Tennessee got a short field here. Of course, Tennessee was going in and then ended up turning the ball over on 4th down. So it's basically like a continuation of that drive.
So is Green Bay throwing it, or have they been just
short passing? Not really. Let me check. I'll check the stats here. It's been a lot of like screens, short passing, and yeah, Rodgers has 61 yards passing, 6 of 8.
61 versus a terrible pass defense.
61, yeah, and I'm telling you, it's been short passing, and they only have 9 rushes. So
is Bakatari not playing?
What's that?
David Bakatari not playing?
Are
they that worried about the Tennessee pass rush?
I don't know.
You said Rodgers doesn't look happy about this?
Let's see. On the other side, we've got Tannehill 11 of 14 for 105 yards, and Derrick Henry 15 carries. So I mean, Tennessee's run double the plays. So it's basically just been Tennessee holding the ball the entire first half. Tennessee's run 30 plays.
Just on the ground?
Has run pretty much 16 rushes. Tennessee has as many rushes as Green Bay has plays run.
Interesting.
Yeah, Green Bay has 16 plays. They've run 16 plays, and Tennessee's run 30.
Okay. It looks like Tennessee's going to take the lead going to halftime. Most likely.
That's what it looks like.
If they can kick a field.
They're either gonna get a touchdown. They should at least get a field goal out of this.
All right, we got
Bob, I know we got some games starting
NBA here soon. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to find out who's playing. I might be able to look this up. I should be.
I can do this for you. You got us right here, bro.
Who are the Spurs playing?
I'll look it right now. Hold on.
And I got to see on RotoWire who's playing.
Spurs are playing the Kings. Sacramento -7, total 237.
Yeah, the NBA totals are starting to be nuts.
They're getting high.
I have no confirmed lineup except for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson, George, Leonard, Morris.
So who's the 10 o'clock? Who's the 10 o'clock game? There's a 10 o'clock and there's 10:30s, right?
Yeah, Blazers. Nets and Blazers are 10. Spurs and Kings are 10. Pistons, Clippers, 10:30.
And the Blazers are 10-4. Oh,
yeah, the Blazers are the surprise team in the West. Jeremy Grant is playing absolutely tremendously. I keep taking Jeremy Grant's points. Generally, it's about 16.5, 17.5. And then I take Simon at 20.5.
The Hurricane live. And Toronto just tied it up.
We're taking Carolina. Let me see if I can get on that.
Toronto just tied it up, and they were plus 750. Damn. How you feeling about your Penguins, Rich?
Well, I'm not a Penguins fan. My wife is.
Yeah, give me 10 minutes. I'll be able to arrive 20 minutes early, and I should be able to get a decent breakdown of what I want to look at in NBA. So
yeah, I mean, you got a half hour.
I'm scheduled to arrive. Yeah, I'm scheduled to arrive at 9:38, so I should be fine.
Rich, you already got your Christmas tree out?
2 of them.
Nice.
I was supposed to put up my lights before I left for Florida, and I basically ended up playing basketball with my son and this girl, and basically I didn't wear my basketball shoes or anything, and I just kind of was run out there impromptu and then turned my ankle. So unfortunately, I couldn't stand on a ladder anymore to be able to put up the Christmas lights. So I got out of the Christmas lights.
Yeah, I was when it was warm like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, should probably put these Christmas lights out now because it's warm. And I'm like, nah, it's still pretty early. Well, now it's freezing. now it's like
turn them on. That's what my wife says. My wife says you don't. Yeah, my wife is like, oh, you don't have to turn them on. You can just put them out. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
that would have been smart. That would have been smart.
All right,
so my wife got those running lights. They might score.
Yeah, they might score.
A touchdown here puts them up by 8, right?
Would be 8.
We talk about Tennessee every year. Every year, Tennessee they're the only team in the last 5 years that has beaten their win total every year. That's why we said before the season, we take it.
They're nothing special. They're not flashy. They just win games. Games. I mean, it's not
They're
pretty.
Hard-nosed team. They play good defense, and that's it. Yeah.
They run the ball, play defense. Run the ball, play defense, and it's the same story every year. I feel like it's been like this almost the entire time Vrabel's been there.
Well, that was kind of the one thing when you listen to the one breakdown that I saw on the one show. They were like, oh, everyone's saying it's in Green Bay. Unfortunately, it's going to be cold and it's going to be muggy. You might got some flurries and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, that sounds like a Tennessee game to me.
I mean, that sounds like a perfect Derrick Henry game.
Yeah, that sounds like if I'm a team that can't guard anybody, yeah, what I want you to do is try to pass the ball in the cold.
Yeah.
So where's Christian Watson at?
He has 1 catch.
For how many yards?
That touchdown. Let me check here.
caught the touchdown pass, right?
14 yards. He has one catch, and that was his only target.
Yeah, Henry scored, by the way.
Yep, touchdown. 14-6.
Easy pass. Come on. Take my easy pass.
I'm taking the Leafs money line in OT. This is just personal.
It's not taking my easy pass.
Oh, that they must be. Who's in goal for the Leafs? Murray? No, not Murray. Is it Murray?
Why is it not taking my easy pass? Hold on, guys.
Yeah, Murray.
I gotta go backwards on the toll road.
Backwards on the toll road. Uh-oh.
That ain't good.
Yeah, I think you should mute yourself.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah.
I didn't hit anybody.
Man, I need some guys to score. I need some goals.
I finally got some. Nylander scored for me.
I got 2 from Roop. I got
After
2
I
from
sent you
Roop.
that photo, everything
All
went
right.
sour.
Whatever reason, that first toll booth didn't take my toll.
Huh.
So I had to get out of the exact change / easy pass and get into the easy pass only lane. Kind of like, well, what's the deal? I mean, the fact that toll's a quarter, what's the point?
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Quarter? It's like $2 over here.
Well,
$2?
yeah.
I'm in Cali, so.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's turnpike is privatized, so it's like to drive across Pennsylvania, it's like $60.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
to go from. So you only pay one way when you're on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So like the first gate is like $7, and that buys you like 20 miles, and then the next gate is like $6 or $8, and then that buys you like another 40 or 50 miles. If you go from the west
New
gate
York.
at Pennsylvania all the way to like Maryland, it's like $60 or $70.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
insane.
insane.
That's where you look at, like, Florida Turnpike is similar, but like if you go in Orlando just has roads for like a quarter mile that are like $1.45.
Yeah.
Like here you went, like they have a couple interstates off like 198 and 718. Like you went off. You entered a toll road. Please play. All right. What do you mean? I went a quarter mile and I went to a stop sign.
Yeah.
Why am I paying a toll? And it'd be like, no, well, you get off. Well, the only way to get on and get off. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I was like, when did this get there? That was the biggest thing that shocked me. Like when I came back and I'm like, oh, they put that in like 99 and stuff after you left. Yeah. I'm like, okay, there's a reason I don't go this far in Orlando. All right, so I'm just trying to find my road here.
I mean, the good thing about the turnpike being the Pennsylvania Turnpike being privatized is that the road is always in very good condition. It's well maintained, and it's always it's always clean. Like they clean the snow and everything. So like if the weather's bad or something, it's usually not. The road is usually pretty well taken care of. And then like potholes and stuff, there aren't any. Like there are no potholes. They make sure everything's taken care of relatively quickly. So those are two good things. But you're paying a premium to take the road. I would expect that.
I would expect it to be good. Yeah. Yep. All right, so I'm on Robius already. Some guys wondering, you're going back and forth. So did they score?
No. Well, Tennessee scored. So it's 14-6.
If you tell me on anytime goals today, we cashed. Right? We had Kucherov and we had Tkachuk. They both scored.
Nice.
That was in the Discord.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in the Discord was driving. So,
Well, for the late night games, I'm taking Matty Beniers for Seattle to score, and Andrew Cup for Detroit to score.
taking Andrew Cup. That's it. That's going on a limb there. What was that?
So call it what
No,
you
it's
want.
not. Are you a big Andrew Cup fan?
No.
I think it has 5 goals all year.
It's all right. He's been doing all right.
Okay.
We just need to do one job. That's it.
Put the biscuit in the basket.
So,
all right, now I got lineups.
So apparently Elon Musk had set a deadline of 5 p.m. tonight for employees to opt in to remaining employed at Twitter 2.0. And
okay.
Twitter had roughly 2,900 remaining employees before the deadline Thursday, thanks to Elon Musk unceremoniously laying off about half of the 7,500 person workforce. They're expecting them to be under 1,000 employees after the 5 p.m. deadline of the 7,500 that they had when he took over.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Like I've worked at places where we had people quit and then just not get replaced, and then just the work just gets piled on and piled on and piled on. I mean, it's not going to run. Like it's not going to last. It's not going to last unless they either get, I don't know. What do? You outsource it?
Now, do you have Twitter stock or something? You're really taking this really.
No, I find it interesting. I find it interesting how one person can take over a company and destroy it so quickly and unceremoniously. Like, I've seen people destroy companies, but it usually doesn't happen this fast.
No, normally it doesn't, no. All right, so I'm looking at the props here. I say that I like Portland minus the 3. It's my thought process right now to start off.
Bob was asking about Jeremy Grant's point total, 19.5.
Well, it's been 17.5. So you're not getting the best of the number here. At 19.5, they realized it's been cashing, but at 19.5 is probably a stay away from me. It's just too many points. Basically, when you look at it, Brooklyn doesn't have a power forward. Royce O'Neal is the power forward. So it hasn't kept people on. Brooklyn's not doing a great job keeping people from getting points. So therefore, that's why you're getting kind of that number. I've been cashing at 17.5. I'm not a big fan to take that with a +2 half. I'm looking at right now. I've got a bunch of cars. Okay, they look a lot. All right, I made it to my destination. When I look at the numbers and see what's there, Durant hasn't hit 32.5 in a while. They kind of look at that under. The one play I've been playing and where Brooklyn's been playing better is Seth Curry. If Brooklyn's going to be in the game, Seth Curry at 10.5 is going to cash. If Brooklyn is out of the game and no longer really competing, then the 10.5 won't cash. Looking at the San Antonio 1 second. So, hold on, I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to drop off after that because I'm here and I'm not going to say the first thing on the show. I'll come back on it later. So, hold on. I'm still checking to see what it'll be on. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take that.
like I said, I like Portland just to win the game. -3 is not too bad. Yeah, Chesapeake Bay Bridge toll is not that great. It's not a fun thing to get. I kind of avoid that for the most part, Bob.
I took the Jets in regulation, if you want to tell that before you head out.
Yeah, the Jets are a better team here. I mean, the question's going to be, can they run the ball? I mean, New England can't run the ball. They're not going to be in this game.
Talking hockey before you duck out. I'm on the Jets regulation.
Oh, live?
But yes, I am on. Yes, live. I am on the Jets this weekend as well, though.
Okay, let me take a look at that real quick.
And Pittsburgh's 3-2. Capitals are coming back. It's 3-2. It's 3-2 now. They were down 3-0.
On the Kings, the play I've been hitting every single night because they just have no respect for him is Kevin Huerter. They whatever the reason is, they have no respect for Kevin Huerter, and he hits it every night. The key play is 13.5. 14.5 is kind of the time where I'm off of it. They put it at 14.5 tonight. However, that would have cashed the last 3 games, so I'm going to take it for a lower amount than my normal unit play is, probably half unit. But I like Kevin Huerter tonight. San Antonio's not going to prevent him from trying to score. Devin Vessel's another one guy for San Antonio, but it's kind of every other night. The fact is, when he doesn't hit his prop, most guys' number goes down. They're not putting his number down. When he doesn't go back, they go right back to the same number there, which is 20.5. There's not a tremendous lot of value. 3 out of the last 5, he would have hit it. But I'm more popular probably taking Trey Jones. Let's see who's there. But I think the Kings win the game. I think Portland wins the game. I think Portland covers the 3. Keldon Johnson's still a game time decision, so that's probably why you're looking at the number. Keegan Murray's out for the Kings. I still like the Kings to win this game. Trey Jones, if Keldon Johnson can't go, I would hammer Trey Jones because someone else is going to have to score, and he'll take more shots than he normally does, and he only has an 11.5 point total. So, and he'll be the starting point guard, so he should hit that pretty easily. Malachi Branham hasn't figured out where the goal is. Anything for second half?
Well, we know the Packers get the ball. I like
Rich?
third quarter over.
What did it end up as? 14-6?
Yeah.
Tulane scores to open up the third quarter. Not shocking. SMU goes right down the field. They're going to have, once again, another chance at 4th down if they want to try to score. Live totals back up to 68.5. And I'm trying to get your live that you just gave me, so, and I'm going to duck out.
All right, no worries.
Winnipeg Jets, right?
Yeah, Jets in regulation.
Okay, I got the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, they already won.
They already beat the Avalanche?
Yeah.
By 1 or by 2?
In OT.
I got a -130 on the Winnipeg Jets. They just score?
Who?
Winnipeg Jets. Draw no bet. No overtime. -130.
I don't know I don't know how you're getting that number.
It's the number they gave me. I can only take the number they gave me.
Oh, well, take it. Shit, I ain't knocking
All
it.
right, hold on. That's a -130. That's a massive number. Let's see if it goes through. Number changed. Odds changed. Did we lose Rich? Rich coming back?
I don't know. We'll see. I can hold it down for a little bit.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Plus 210. Did the other team score?
That's not what it's telling me.
Oh, it's a 5-on-4. That's why. Anaheim has a power play. That's why the numbers change. It's only second period in that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnson's playing. I still like the Kings. Been a solid team. I got a better record than Dubs.
Hey, relax. Not sustainable.
All right, I'll catch you guys a little later. All right. See you, Rick. All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Man, I'll tell you what, this Brent Burns dude from Carolina, he is on the ice a lot.
Yeah, he was actually a vet from San Jose, man, and he was more of like a Matthew Stafford. He got stuck in a place. They had a run, and then that was it. He just got stuck there. So him in Carolina is nasty. So
yeah, he's always one of my top ice guys. Like I was just looking, they're in overtime right now.
It's over.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah, I think so.
And he's got damn near 25 minutes, 25-minute ice time.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Man, I knew I should have freaking cut this kid. -2 tonight. Ice time was good. Kirby Dak.
Kirby Dak from
Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Damn, they said I thought Carolina won. They said that Colorado won. Carolina was offside. Damn.
I don't have they didn't update the score here yet. I got let's see. I got looks like Anaheim and Winnipeg are 1-1. I got Hellebuck as one of my goalies.
Might get the win there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
We bet the Jets. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was, they were losing 1-0, but now it's tied. Man, I need my guys to pick it up.
Oh, I got Tennessee on the halftime full time plus 285. That's not that bad. I'm just looking at my bets.
Nice.
Yep, Colorado won. All right. Got 2nd and 1 for Rogers. Goes it to Cobb for about 5. First down. You think Rogers is going to stay here next year?
Dude, I don't know. He's like the weirdest dude. He is so freaking unpredictable. Like I half expected him to just, up and quit in the middle of the season this year. Like if he if I got a notification, if I got a sleeper notification says Aaron Rodgers decides to quit football and become an astronaut, that wouldn't surprise me. Like it just, get something completely out of left field, I'd be like, yeah, that checks out. Aaron Rodgers decides to quit football and he's gonna build a tree house and live in it. He's gonna live in a giant tree house. he's just, as the years have gone on, he's gotten increasingly more strange.
Right. Oh, there's Cobb again. He would have cashed a long time ago.
Yeah, this fucking Christian Watson. dude's gonna catch one ball all damn night. That was so funny. That was so funny when Fox says you're going to go with Traylon Burks. He hasn't done anything all year, dude. He was hurt. Him and Watson played about 5 more games than me and you.
Oh, Green Bay is moving. Hope he took that 7.5 because they're gonna score a touchdown here.
Yeah, it looks like they got something going. And Randall Cobb comes back, and all of a sudden Rodgers just gonna keep throwing the ball to him. Apparently,
They're running the ball right now.
Yeah,
and then they're dinking and dunking on the RPO.
Man, you sent that thing. You sent that update saying that the Mariners are trading Kyle Lewis. I literally saw a tweet. I think I saw a tweet this afternoon, and it was like it was listing the outfield for Seattle. You know, now they've got Teoscar Hernandez and they got Hernandez, Winker, J-Rod.
I forgot they got Winker.
Yeah, Winker, J-Rod, Hernandez, Lewis, and Kelenic. Is he an outfielder?
Who? Oh,
Jared Kelenic.
I guess he could be.
Yeah. Anyway, it was basically saying, you know, here's Seattle's outfield. How do you decide? How do you decide how you're going to play these guys, or how this is going to work out? And I immediately looked at that. I saw that, and I'm like, well, you got to trade Lewis. Like you got to trade Lewis. Like Lewis had a great year when he won Rookie of the Year, but I don't think he's a long term. I don't think he's a long term anything for anybody. I think he had one really good year, and he's probably gonna settle in somewhere as like he's gonna be like a 220, 230 guy. Like, you know, might be decent, but I don't know that he's a superstar by any means. So seeing that they actually did trade him, I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense. Apparently they, you know, kind of were seeing the same thing.
Right. All right, Packers in the red zone.
Rodgers has to be about ready to lose his mind when these guys drop these balls and they're wide open.
Right.
I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason why, you know, Tom Brady didn't deal with this because all these guys were more concerned with getting the bag for themselves rather than rather than keeping the guys around them paid.
Right.
It's not it's not a big mystery.
Third down. How come the play clock was at 34? Isn't it at 20? Supposed to be at 25? What's up with that?
I don't know.
Oh, all of a sudden somebody's hurt now. It's like 3 or no. I've taken it. It's pretty expensive to travel around the bay. Every bridge is a toll. Not as expensive as you think, Gerardo, but everything's a couple dollars. That's for sure. It ain't cheap.
I mean, the other thing that we have here, that I don't think you guys have a ton of there, at least, is the road maintenance, between salting and plowing in the winter, and then repaving and paving and repaving and patching and repaving. Like they're literally constantly doing road maintenance here because the weather is so bad on the roads. So I don't think you guys deal with a ton of that. At least I wouldn't imagine you deal with that as much there as we do.
Yeah, no. You don't deal with the salt and all that. First time I seen that was when I went to Kansas City.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Aaron Jones just pulled his hammy. Didn't even do nothing. He fell on the ground. Here comes the field goal unit. Oh, he actually tried to block somebody and whipped. Another Titan down. I like how Vrabel's just like in his face. Like, can you breathe? Are you good? No, but you're right in my face.
Get out of my face, dude.
I'm hurt. You'll see it in a second. It's funny. He's like patting that dude's chest like while he's on the ground.
He whiffs on this block.
Yeah, he did. Just they pulled his hammy.
He whiffs on this block, and then Rodgers just flips the ball and
throws it right at his ass.
Oh my gosh.
How you doing in all your leagues?
Football?
All of them. Basketball, all that shit.
Basketball I'm doing really good, but I always I was talking to my buddy because him and I, we always play fantasy basketball together, and like if we're not in, we used to work together, and like we started a work league, and then we both left and went to different companies, and we still Like we played in a friends league last year. It was like 6 dudes that he knew plus me and him and then a couple dudes that we both knew. We played in that, and then like him and I we're always 1-2. Like we're just I'm just really good at fantasy basketball. Like I'm just really good at fantasy basketball, and we're 1-2 again. We're 1-2 again this year. Like I told him, I was messaging him the other day. I'm like, we're so good. We're so good at fantasy basketball. Like I don't even watch basketball really. I don't watch the NBA.
Right.
Like, but I just know how to play. I just know how to, run a fantasy basketball team, and I think that's kind of why the fantasy hockey thing has kind of come easy to me because it's very similar. The stat categories are different, but the theory, the how you play it is the same. You play it exactly the same as basketball.
Islanders are down 1. We're on them.
Yeah, Bob, it's bad. The roads here, not great.
I'll definitely be into doing a NBA league next year, but this year I was saving or to buy the ring, and I don't think we're gonna get married till 2024. So,
okay,
we gotta get a new spot. But I'm hoping to win I'm doing pretty good in my fantasy. We go to what's your next league? How you doing in your football leagues?
I've got 5 teams. I'm 7-3 in our league.
Nice.
I'm 7-3 in my work league.
Wow. Okay.
I've got my dynasty league. We do we play a straight up, and then we play against the median score. So you basically play 2 games every week. So I'm 14-6 in that league. And then my keeper league, I'm 4-6. I'm rebuilding. I started selling my team, and then I've won the last 2 weeks. So like I started selling my player. Like I sold Derrick Henry, and I sold Derrick Henry and I sold Garrett Wilson, and then I won the next 2 weeks. So that was fucking fun. Is
that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I mean, like I have a chance now. Like I'm looking at who I'm playing this week. Like I'm favored by like 30 points.
Damn.
So I'm like, well, this is really good because I sold my team. I started selling my team, and now I'm gonna have a chance to make the playoffs. But and
what
then
did you sell Derrick Henry for? Picks?
Yeah, I got a 2nd round pick next year. I got a 2nd rounder, a 5th rounder, and I think I got a 5th rounder the following year. Yeah, 3 picks. But he's a keeper, but so I've had him for the last 3 years. He was originally, I got him from a dude who drafted him in like the 8th round. So the way our keeper league works is it ticks down every year. So like if you draft him in the 8th round, you can keep him the following year for an 8th rounder. And then the following year after that, you can keep him for a 7th rounder. Year after that, you keep him for a 6th, and so on.
Right.
So those tenders go with the guys. So like I got him 2 or 3 years ago, so I've been able to keep him for like a 5th rounder, a 4th rounder, and this year he was like a 3rd rounder. So still value, but basically his value's pretty much gone because he's going to need to be kept next year for a 2nd rounder, and he's a 1st round pick, but I mean the 1 round of value really isn't that big a deal.
Right.
But like I've got on that team, I've got Ramondre Stevenson, and I picked him up off of waivers last year, so he cost me an 18th round pick to keep this year. So I'm basically going to have Ramondre until I decide to get rid of him or until he's out of the league, pretty much. That's the same thing. I picked up Terry McLaurin when he was a rookie. I picked him up off of waivers. So this past season, I kept him, and he was like a 15th rounder or something like that.
All right. Well, Tennessee just got down to the 50. They rushed the play. I'm sure it was a catch, but they rushed the play that was down to about the 40 some. I don't even know who caught that. I thought it was Sean Fox Watson.
18 carries for Henry. And they're holding him to less than 3 yards a carry. But you know what? This is what he does. This is what he does. He's gonna break one. He's gonna end up over 100 yards rushing.
They keep play action. They got some good. There's a screen to him. Oh no! There you said it. There you said it. We got him down to about the 10 on a screen.
What happened? Oh, screen. Yeah, I was gonna say if you can get a live prop on Derrick Henry, I bet if they're
He's gonna
hanging
score
like
again. Actually, I don't know if they'll give it to him now.
I bet if they're hanging like a 70 or an 80 or something like that, that's gonna be an easy cover.
What's he at? 25, 30?
It's 51.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't think he was that far. I didn't think he was there. There's Woods. Oh, down to 3. This is Henry time. Coming back in.
Yeah, I mean they only have 61. Well, I mean what I'm seeing here.
We got 2nd and goal. 5:30 to go in the 3rd. No wide receivers. 12-man or 11-man set. Oh my God! I don't even want to say anything. You watch this, Rich. Yes, they give it to Henry, but
it's gonna be a minute.
The Chiefs. I'm playing Henry in 2 leagues.
Are you? That's rough.
And he fucking misses it. Are you serious? He missed the extra point. When do we see more of these touchdowns like this?
Oh my God. He threw it to Hooper? What the hell? Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Vrabel is just like, dude, anything I want to do and it works. Anything I want to do, it works. He literally he ran up to the line and he goes and just like threw it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh my God, he freaking doinked the post there.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll get points for that, Gerardo. He'll get I mean, depending on if you're in a 4-point or a 6-point passing touchdown league, he'll get credit for that.
Yeah, I'm getting smoked out the water. He's got 22 points.
I mean, if he's technically, most leagues are 4-point passing touchdowns, so you actually get 2 less points for that touchdown, for him throwing it than him running it in.
Right. I have 94 shots on. I want to see if anybody else has 94 shots on goal in this league right now. Like, I'm smacking.
This week?
Yeah.
That's a lot of shots.
60.
I have 76.
Oh, somebody's got 85. Of course, it's the commissioner. 76. 78. '94. Wow.
Man, I'm having a rough week. I might actually not be over 500 this week. Not be over.
Oh, it's only Thursday, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Our primetime games this weekend.
Yeah, and there's been the first couple weeks I've been doing like really good on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the weekend comes and it kind of, balances back out. So it's probably gonna do that again.
All right, hey, give me one quick second.
Yep. It depends, Gerardo. If it's a 4-point, are you looking at our league? Our league is 4-point passing touchdown. So it would be 4. Let's see. Yeah, you got him. Okay. Let's see. He's got 21, so let's see. That's 57 rushing yards. That's 5.7. Then he's got 2 receptions. That's 1. That's 6.7. 4.5. That's 11, and then he's got a 6-point touchdown. That's 17, and then 17, and then 21. Yeah, that's 4. So the passing touchdown was a 4-point.
All right, Rich. How about this? Big catch down the field for the Packers. Who catches it?
Is it Randall Cobb?
Of course.
Fucking should have took Randall Cobb.
Bro, he's got like 80 yards.
Oh no, he's just gonna feed Christian Watson. Dude has 1 target. Rodgers slammed the under on Rodgers slammed the under on Watson. He's like, I ain't even
100K.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't even gonna throw this dude the ball.
No. He's like Pat McAfee.
He's like, this dude dropped 2 touchdowns last week. He caught 3, but he dropped 2. I ain't throwing him the ball.
He's like Pat McAfee. Put 100K.
I'm gonna throw it to old ass Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
Who still actually looks really good.
Actually, he does. He looks better than Randall Cobb used to be.
He looks like the best receiver on the team.
I think he's the most motivated because he's got the most trust. Because
yeah,
damn, I think Aaron Jones just got hit by everybody on the defense on that damn play.
See, now they're shitting on Watson.
Yeah, where's Watson at? Oh, there's Lazard. Down to the 5. Oh, he tried to give it to Watson, but what happened? He drops it.
I mean, he did have a really good game last week, but like I said, it was his first big game, and it was only 4 catches. Like, it wasn't like, it wasn't like it was a massive target. It was 4 catches, and I think it was 4 catches on like 6 targets or something like that, 6 or 7 targets. Like, it wasn't a massive target share. And I mean, Rodgers.
Oh, Watson's open.
That was
there
a
it
nice
is.
catch for Lazard.
Another Watson touchdown.
Oh, okay. Well, that works for me.
Now.
I got him in fantasy. Well, he still doesn't have his freaking yardage.
No.
He still only has like 18 yards.
I'm playing fucking my dad, and he has fucking Watson and fucking Henry. And I gotta deal with him all fucking weekend because we're going to the game. They're going for 2.
Maybe he's just going to turn into the touchdown guy.
Aaron Jones for 2. They're down by 3.
Oh, nice, Bob. Bob took Watson 2+ TDs at plus 330. That's a nice hit.
Nice hit, bro. I ain't happy.
I mean, I think you should get. I think they should pay that out even more, considering he's got 2 TDs and those are his only 2 catches. That's even more impressive. So what do we got? 20-17. It's been a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. Better than what it's been like.
Yep, been a good game.
We got 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let me update you on the basketball games. Nets are up 17-8 on Portland. First quarter. Kings are up 19-6. First quarter. Jets still 1-1 against the Ducks. 5-3 Predators. 4-2 Penguins. 4-2 Blues. Kraken take a lead. 1-0 against the Rangers and 0-0 against the Knights versus the Yotes. So we got one more game coming up here in about 11 minutes.
Nice. I'll be right back.
No worries. Tulane is up 49-16 in the third quarter. I wonder how many touchdowns, what's his name has now. Let me check. Spears, Pratt, Spears, Wyatt. All right, so Spears has 3 touchdowns. Pratt has 2. Wyatt has 2. All right, Tennessee gets the ball back. That's a good hit, Bob, by the way. What's up, boy? All right, 1st and 10. A little Henry action. Couple yards. Have we even had a sack? We got 1 sack. Oh, looks like Green Bay's nose guard is down. 93. Commercial break. Maybe no commercial break. I don't know. Yep, straight up commercial. All right, I'll give you something else. Let's see what we got in here. What we got live on? Oh, there's another game, 7:30 or yeah. I think I want to take Detroit. You know what? What about? We're gonna take the first period over. First period over Detroit and Sharks. Let me know if you tell them it's an official play. Wild score 4-3. So if you told me we cashed that 3rd quarter over 7.5, by the way, with the Titans and the Packers, I was wondering why I won money from. Like, what is going on? So focused on hockey.
Here.
What up, Fox?
Hey, what's up? Give me 1 second to put the game on. Is Rich still with us, or did he drop?
Oh, he said he'd be back.
I'm in Atlanta FanDuel. I'm going to log in here in a second. See what I got a chance to get here.
Yeah, we cashed that 3rd quarter over 7.5.
What's the score?
2017.
All right, cool.
Tannehill throws it. Oh, he's wide open. Woods down to 30. To the 20. No, to the 27. Here we go. Come on.
All right, looks like I'm good.
We took
Sorry. Get some sleep. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Are you ready for some plays?
Yeah, hold on. I've got a laptop here, so. Trying to figure out what the world. Oh.
By the way, Watson scored twice, but he only has 18 yards.
What?
He scored twice. He scored twice.
No, it's on Amazon. Amazon bought the rights for $4 billion.
$4 billion? Oh, yeah, it was kind of okay.
Both of Watson's catches were touchdowns.
That works.
Not for the yardage.
Not for the yardage. That's getting close. Remember, I told you they could luck into 41.
Once Aaron gets home, though. They both have scoreboard.
All right. Okay. Another big catch for Woods. All right. My sister-in-law is telling me I can't keep my nephew up all night. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. All right. How are we doing in basketball?
Uh,
All right, so we got 63. There was 28 points in the SMU Tulane game. By the way, they were stupid enough to give you over 20. 28 was the second half line.
Tulane about to score right now, though. They're going to score again.
Yeah, that'll give you the over for the game. I should have took this for like 500. All right, now I get to do something I love to do. FanDuel. FanDuel.
Oh, yeah, so we're on the wing first period over 1.5, Rich and Fox.
Got
You
it.
said the wings?
Wings, yeah. NHL. First period over 1.5.
Got it. Wings first period over 1.5. 19-18, Brooklyn, and there we got the Kings beating the crap out of the Spurs, like we thought.
Yeah, the Nets were up like 17-6.
Yeah, it's basketball. You just gotta take a breath. It's gonna change eventually.
Right.
So we're on the Wings. Red Wings, right?
No, we're just on the over 1.5, first period.
Let me see what I got.
We got 3 minutes.
I got it. Game hasn't started yet?
No.
All right, cool. I could take Kubelik to get a point. Dude, that was probably one of the quickest times I've made here. I had no stoppage. I was able to just.
Yeah, it sounded like it. You got there quick.
Yeah, normally I end up always stuck. All right, so we got Detroit. Where's my boy Kubelik? Dominic Kubelik to get over 0.5 points. That's my official play. Dominic Kubelik to get over 0.5 points. How do we do in hockey in the 3 plays?
We lost Montreal. Islanders are down 1. And the Caps are down 2.
Caps are down 2. Ugly.
But Tkachuk and Kucherov score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, is that a pick?
How are you in touchdown? I'm still in a commercial.
Welcome to my world.
I'm listening to watching Micah Parsons right now.
Hooper is going to be picked up in leagues soon. Derrick Henry threw him a touchdown, and oh, did I hit the ground? That's a touchdown.
No, they don't.
That's a touchdown.
They don't throw They don't throw him. They don't use the tight end enough.
Yeah, I got touchdown Tennessee. The way I look at it.
Your FanDuel authorization is. All right, we're in FanDuel. How much money do I have in FanDuel? All right, I got 3 units. All right, let's.
Touchdown. Hooper. Jets score.
Nice.
I think we lost Fox.
Did they call this a touchdown?
Yeah, they before they even said anything.
They called it incomplete when I see.
Yeah, no.
Al Davis is saying it's incomplete.
I'm like, they're kicking the field goal right now, the extra point right now.
I don't know how. Well, that's a touchdown, yeah.
Yeah,
He definitely has a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a touchdown.
Look at Curb Hurd straight. I think it's a touchdown, if anything. Well, Tulane scores 56-14. There's the over. When does Tulane stop scoring? That's the question.
Yeah, the Ducks score in like 10 seconds. What the? Pittsburgh, 6-3. Jake Etzel. There we go. Need that goal.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly has the ball, and he's clearly laying on the ground with the ball. I don't even know why this took that long. Gotta love when the little replay guy goes, "You got this exactly right."
Yeah, we were talking about a Fox. Like, I have 101 shots on goal in the fantasy league. Crazy already.
FanDuel's offering Christian Watson and Treylon Burks to combine for 100 yards. Derrick Henry, 30-plus rushing yards in the fourth quarter. This is not a bad one. Aaron Rodgers, 75-plus passing yards. They're going to have to pass. I'd be more interested in basketball wagers than the football wagers. Let's see what I got more NBA.
Allegedly, Qatar bribed 8 Ecuadorian players using $7.4 million to lose the opener 1-0. Five Qatari and Ecuador insiders confirmed this.
Yep.
Here's my question.
We'll take the 0-1 Ecuador or Qatar.
Jeez.
Or take the over, because obviously they're expecting people to take the under. And that was a big PI. They didn't call it.
I think we lost Fox again.
I think so.
We lose Fox every time I go to look at FanDuel.
Rodgers, deep downfield and incomplete, trying to get us a Watson. He was taken down and looked like after the play, Christian Fulton offering up the play.
Someone responded and said, "Why $7.4 million, but not $8 million? If it was $8 million, you could easily share it by giving $1 million to each player. Couldn't Rich Qatar put another $600,000 and make $7.4 million to $8 million?" And somebody responded and said, "I think you're missing the point here, buddy."
Rangers score 1-1.
It's not so much about the number, the exact number.
All right. Made my first FanDuel. I took Qatar plus 220.
Okay, but see, that doesn't even make any sense to me. Okay, because if there's all this stuff that's pointing to Qatar, like
Take the over.
the trend.
Look at the thing is their division sucks, Rich. It doesn't matter. They're the best team in their division.
I thought you were. When you said you took Qatar, I thought you meant you took them in their first.
They're not the best team in their division. They're not even close to the best team in their division.
I think so. Well, who's the best?
I broke that down. All right, Group A.
You got Ecuador,
Chile, Guatemala.
Yeah. Group A, you have Netherlands, Senegal,
Senegal,
Qatar.
Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands is going to win that division, the group, and then Senegal is going to finish second. Qatar's not advancing. There's zero chance. I don't care if they bribe the first three guys. There's no way they're advancing.
They have to bribe somebody.
They may win the game versus Ecuador, but they're not advancing.
The Caps tie it.
There we go. Thought the Caps we lost already.
Yeah, we thought so. We need the Jets to do something though.
I'm trying to hold on. I still got another week till I can watch any Christmas stuff. I have a rule. Can't break the rule. Can't watch Christmas stuff till Thanksgiving. All right, so Levine's got 79 yards. Mordecai's got 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We talked about receiving. The nation's leading receiver only has 36 receptions. Curley has only 3 receptions for 14 yards, 2 drops. That's the problem with Curley. Spears has got 121. He cashed that. Over 1.5 touchdowns. He cashed that. Pratt's thrown for 3. Wyatt's got 100 yards receiving. Everybody else has got 12. SMU's got the ball again, about to score again. So, I mean, I almost feel like SMU plus 37.5 is the play. Because I don't think Tulane's going to try to score. I really don't. I mean, they're trying to back themselves into an AAC crown. I expect them to pull Pratt and Spears. I mean, for the most part, they already have pulled Spears. You have Celestin and Sladen and Clayton, and all these other guys are getting carries. Not there. So if we look live props in the Brooklyn game, Joe Harris is having a game. 13 points early. Jeremy Grant is back down to 16.5. Only has 3 points to start the game. It's probably a nice line to look. You got the Kings up 7. My boy Kevin Herter, he's got 5 already. Jaron Fox has got 10. Oh, they just pulled all the SMU stuff.
Bob said he thinks Netherlands rolls in that group.
Yeah, that's what I said. Netherlands is going to win that group. Senegal's going to finish second, even if Mane doesn't play. Senegal's still loaded. Ismail Assar will carry that team into the versus Ecuador. And so they'll beat Ecuador and they'll beat Qatar. Now, Qatar actually has played some really good matches, especially in CONCACAF this year. Because of their World Cup and they needed extra matches, they were allowed to play in other teams' conference tournaments, even though they didn't actually live in that district. One of those was CONCACAF, which means that's the North American, Central American soccer tournament, which they finished as a semifinalist. The other was they played in the Asian tour with Japan, where they beat Japan. So, but the one thing that you know about Qatar, for someone to come out and say it's 1-0, every one of their games are 1-0. Their over/under generally in most games is 2. So you'll see a lot of 2s in the World Cup anyway, because like I said, for the most part, you're not getting people to play soccer by watching the World Cup most games. Once you get into the groups, out of the group stage and get in the knockout tool, then it's a little bit different. All right, Rich, I'm going to try to help you here. So I've given you the groups.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So I've given you everybody but 2. Well, I'll give you the other 2, but I'm looking to see which group plays who in the next bracket. So I'm looking at the bracket here.
Okay. Well, I don't know that I can help you out there because this doesn't.
That's all right. I've got an internet here, not driving, so I'm able to hook things up.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the groups all laid out, and then apparently it automatically puts in the matchups based on how the groups finish, I guess.
Oh shit, they picked it.
Who, Green Bay?
Yep.
I was going to say, before I'm watching the catch the Westbrook icon, who I think this cashes by 23.5 yards.
Oh, man. Douglas.
I mean, with how much Henry is getting on the ground right now, of course they gotta watch giving him so many damn carries.
The Jets score. Yes.
All right. How much time is left?
34.
Gerardo gives the NCAA Cal Baptist versus Washington over 133. Let's see if I can find that.
All right, hold on. I'll get that in a second. Let me get this Jets win first. I'll take that. G, give me a second.
G, we'll follow you on that as soon as I can figure out. What time is that game, G?
It's gotta be.
Probably 11.
It's gotta be live. No, it's gotta be live, right?
Well, that was a terrible throw too. Great tackle by Tannehill, though. That was a good job, though.
Maybe it's at 8 o'clock. It could be.
I think it's 11 o'clock game. Yeah, I don't think that's
I would
game.
say 11.
Let me see if I have that on my NCAA. Yeah, so that's the game he hasn't started. They're playing the Washington Huskies. The Cal Baptist Lancers.
Damn.
First, the Washington Huskies.
Michigan's losing by 20. Michigan's losing by 20 to Arizona State.
Oh, come on. Remember all the shit we just talked about before we got here about how SMU wasn't taking field goals? They take a field goal now. They don't go for it on 4th and 16. They took a field goal to make it 56-17. Maybe when it was 28, the field goal would have been more, so it would be 28-10, 28-13. It's a little bit different from 56-17. At that point, you shouldn't take your field goal, especially when it's in the 4th quarter.
All right, Caps go to OT.
We got the Kings beating the crap out of the Spurs. No defense is being played. 65 points in the first quarter. You can take a nice number on the Kings win the game in over 237. You're going to end up with close to 120 points the first half, maybe 125. I mean, you're getting that minus 110 right now. It's a good number to take. Tennessee, 27-17.
All right, Caps the Jets.
Is it game over?
Yeah, it's over.
Nice. I got a win for Hellebuck.
There you go.
How much did they win by?
1, right?
Yeah, they won in OT. No, they won in regulation. Sorry, we won in regulation.
3-2, right? 3-2.
Yep, 3-2.
Look at how Michael's laughing.
A lot of time left in this game.
All right, now.
Still 10 minutes. Well, on my clock, it's 10 minutes, and D's time, it's in the last 2 minutes of the game.
All right, G, I just told you.
Oh, Kawhi's playing this kid?
Yeah.
Jones. And the Packers start to walk back. Holding. Offense number 73.
Marvin Bagley's playing. And it's a holding call and no injury.
So which group didn't you look at yet?
The last two. G and H. I'm not going to look at it right now.
Now let's go back to this interception. A wrinkle here by Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator. Look, the second one, so you've got two tight ends, a fullback in. Here's the corner that ends up dropping in coverage with Sewell.
So I got an upgraded offer from Jack, but it's not going to help me this week, so there's no way I can take the deal. He doesn't know that, but there's no way I can take the deal. He now offered me Watson and that one running back that I was looking for CeeDee Lamb.
What's he trying to get? Maybe I'll send him a trade.
He's trying to get CeeDee Lamb.
So he's trying to get a wide receiver. And he's trying to give you a running back.
Well, I told him something I liked from his team. So, yes, there was two guys I liked for his team. That's the upgrade.
I already sent him a trade. He didn't say nothing back. He don't answer. I sent him a trade yesterday.
Well, okay. Probably because he's been trying to work out this deal. He even looked at me. He was like, "I got to get this deal done before the game." I was like, "It doesn't help me if the guy I want is playing in the game."
Rogers, he was wide open. What are you doing?
All right, here's how I found. Going back and forth, back and forth. All right, now I want to bring it back. See, this is my niece. Say hi.
Ew! Are you body
Yeah. What do you think I've been talking to? Yes, I'm standing here talking to myself.
That's only on YouTube.
Yeah, it's only on YouTube. 425 people watching. You're the one who looked at the camera phone and you literally went, "Oh, look." All right, so here's Rogers looks terrible. This is not the Dallas defense. I wonder if he's going to say relax at the end of the game.
What are they going to be if they lose this game? 4-7?
Yeah, they're done. And this is the chance where they had to make a run with the win against Dallas, which they should have never won if Dallas would have just ran the ball twice.
Yeah, I mean, at 4 and 7, they're probably toast.
All right, so A will match off with B, and C will match off with D, and so on. Okay?
Yep.
All right, so if we're looking at A, and we looked essentially who I gave you, you're basically looking at the Netherlands winner in Senegal. They're going to match up essentially against England. Who did I give you? I didn't give you the United States.
No,
I think I gave you Iran.
Hold on. I have Ecuador, Netherlands, Qatar, Senegal.
I gave you that order.
Yes, that's what I have here. And then Group B, I have Iran.
I did not give you Ecuador to win that division.
No.
No, I said every time Netherlands. It says Netherlands 1, Ecuador. Ecuador's not even in the list that I gave you.
Okay. Well, oh fuck.
Me and Astute agree that Netherlands and Senegal are going to be 1, 2 in that group.
Well, okay. So, all right. So here's what happened. It has a thing. It has a button you can click that says auto pick, and I filled out the groups, and then I hit auto pick for the knockout round, and it must have shuffled all my fucking things around.
Okay.
Well, must have shuffled all my groups around.
Please take Netherlands and Senegal as 1, 2.
Yep, that's.
Now, I'm going to tell you what. This is what happens in every World Cup. If you get to the third game, and the team doesn't need to win, sometimes they won't. They'll just take a draw. As long as they're going to finish first or second, that's all that matters. Because it's not like there's a home field advantage. The advantage is you play a perceived lower ranked team. Unless that higher ranked team fumbled and is then going to finish second. Like say Iran beats England.
Do they still play the game? Or do they?
Yes. You play 3 games no matter what.
Oh, okay.
But that team might have to go into that game going, all we need to do is draw, so we're going to get the draw and not care.
Gotcha.
Or you score 1 goal, and then you're like, all we're going to do is put 11 guys behind the ball.
Right.
That's why I said these are not sometimes the most entertaining game for a non-fan of soccer. It becomes entertaining because of what's on the line. Hey, look, they handed off the ball. Shocking. Derrick Henry, 37 carries.
I mean, outside of the touchdowns, he really hasn't. I mean, he's got a decent game, but I mean, it's just been volume.
Yep. All right. Back to where we were. So Netherlands, Senegal, Group A. Group B is going to differ. England's going to win it. I like Iran. I think Iran comes out. Astute like USA. I think that's a joke. Here's how I think it's going to go. I think the U.S. is either going to draw or lose to Wales. I think they lose to Iran, and I think they lose to England. I think Iran draws all 3 games. I think they literally advance second team by not winning any game by just drawing.
Okay.
Because they are a draw machine.
So then, does it matter whether I have teams 3 or 4?
Yes, in your thing it does. That's how you're getting points.
Okay.
So you're getting points for the correct order, top through 4. Yeah, I like the both games to score, Gerardo. I think it's a 1-1 game.
So you would like Wales then to finish 3rd, and then the USA 4th.
I ranked it as England, Iran, US, and Wales.
Okay.
That was my ranking.
Tannehill just got lit up.
Astute's ranking was England, USA, Wales, and Iran. But I'm just telling you right now, I think Iran's either a draw in almost every game. Iran's a much better team. Iran's the team that a lot of people don't know. but they always finish well in the AFCON championships. They generally don't play a lot of the outside teams, but they have two guys who can actually put the ball in the net, give them the chance, and they're always a better team than people think.
Okay.
So there. So let's play Group A. So now we're gonna have the top team of Group A play the second team in Group B. In my case, it's Iran. I think the Netherlands beats Iran.
Okay.
So that would be the first knockout stage.
Yep.
Then you'd have Senegal versus England, and I think England beats Senegal because of the Sadio Mane injury.
Okay.
All right, so that gets us Group A and through the knockout stage. What we could do, you have Netherlands and Netherlands and England going. That's a toss-up. I'll let you pick wherever you want. That game's going to be a -110 on each side. Either team could win that game. All right, so let's go to Group C. Group C, we agreed is, and then now again, me and Astute difference. Astute has Argentina, Poland, Mexico, and Saudi Arabia. Group D has France. He has France, Denmark, Australia, and Tunisia. That's what Astute has.
Yep.
I have Argentina, Mexico, Poland, and Saudi Arabia. Argentina's going to win this group. I think Mexico is a lot better than people think. This is the one thing that actually helps. That's a big play for the Packers here. I think Poland is a one-man show, Robert Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski is coming off a red card in Spain that he just got. I don't think the team is that good. I think Mexico has the better goalie. And so that's why I like Mexico.
Okay.
So I have Argentina and Mexico. Then Group D, France, Denmark, Tunisia.
Australia.
I don't even know who it's Australia. Yeah, Australia's going to finish fourth. France should win, but France has been the team that's been number one all year, and then they played like shit. They have not been able to win games that they haven't won. We've lost plenty of money of them in the Nations League for them just not showing up. Now, this is the World Cup. It's a little bit different than the Nations League. I think France has superior talent than almost most of the countries in here besides England.
Mm-hmm.
They've got, when I said, okay, you have one team with all the scores, they've got 3 or 4 scorers that can score. France is going to win. Denmark's that team you don't want to play. They got old man Christian Eriksen, when he's playing on this team, creates chances. Why? Christian Eriksen score from free kicks. Christian Eriksen creates stuff off of corner kicks. Christian Eriksen can finish the penalties.
It seems like these top 4 groups, A, B, C, and D, have 4 of the best teams in it.
Well, each team pretty much has the best team in it.
Oh.
It's set up that way.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just how it has to be that way.
I guess I don't really know about. I don't really. Yeah.
Argentina is just as good as any of the other English teams. You just don't see the English teams because we don't watch Argentina play the Nations League. They don't play the Euro Cup. They can't. They're not in Europe. They're not in the Nations League. So,
like if I'm looking at like Group H has got Uruguay, Portugal, Ghana, and Korea. Like it just seems like those teams aren't as good as the ones that are in these
Uruguay
top
is
and
good.
other ones.
so let me ask you this question: 2018, who won the World Cup?
I have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
France.
Okay.
2014, who won the World Cup?
Hold up. Ring that bell, because we got that first period over 1.5 already.
Nice.
Good job. Can't ring the bell since I'm where I'm at, but yeah. Ring it. Here, I'll ask my niece to come back and ring the bell. So, in 2014, who won it? Portugal. Like, I'm actually shocked how many U.S. commercials are Ronaldo. Ronaldo's nowhere near the player that he was, just like Messi's nowhere near the player that he was. The fact that all the commercials are still with it, I mean, it would be an example like if you had a league right now, like last year, and you're showing Phillip Rivers and Tom Brady as the main two guys to come through. They're old. They've had their time. They've done it. They can't even neither of them can really play 90 minutes anymore.
People that don't watch soccer though know those few guys. Probably they don't know a lot of the new guys. Most likely, they might not know the the current stars.
Rogers might understand that, but flip here, it's only the first down is being kicked down to 6 minutes to go in regulation. It's got David Ball, who's a baller.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're on A and B. So C, we got Argentina and Mexico for me versus France and Denmark. Argentina versus Denmark is going to be a great game. Argentina should win, but I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to penalties and Denmark wins. So this is a chance where you could take a shot, but I would take Argentina to advance. Okay. And then you have Mexico versus France, and France is going to beat the crap out of them.
Yep.
Yep. So then you'd have France and Argentina, and again, that's going to be a coin flip.
See, the way I have it lining up, though, it's telling me France is going to play England.
Why?
That's how this. When I fill this out, that's how it's got it lined up. It tells me that the Netherlands is going to play Argentina. This is a quarterfinal.
Oh, okay. I didn't look at how the quarterfinals are there. I just looked up to the one. Okay, let me make sure of that. This is at A, B, A, B, A, B.
Yeah, so it's Netherlands over Iran, and then Argentina over Denmark, and then it's Netherlands against Denmark. Or no, sorry.
Okay, so
Netherlands against Argentina.
So Group A teams will face off against Group B, C, and D. Once those matches are confirmed, the bracket each team will fast to the final once your is on out to avoid too many penalties. So Group A first will play Group B second, which is what we thought. Group C first will play Group D second. So because whoever wins from Group A first and second, then Group B second, will play each other, which is what I was doing it. You're taking the next step. That would be the semifinals, not the quarterfinals.
Well, maybe this just isn't lining up.
Oh no, okay, I see. No, I see what you're right. You're right. So the Group A first and the Group B second will play the Group C first and the Group D. Okay, so that does switch over to there. All right, so
it says round of 16.
Yeah, okay, so it flips over. So A plays C. Okay. All right, so if we take that into account. Sorry, that's why I said I needed to look up how it was.
No worries. It would probably be a lot easier if I was sharing my screen. You could see what I'm looking at here. But
I've got a bracket in front of me I'm looking at. So
okay.
If we said Netherlands was A, they would turn around and they're going to end up playing.
They play Argentina.
They would play the winner of the Group C first and Group D second, yes, which most likely is Argentina. Yes. So they would turn around and play Argentina. So that's fine. And so they'd play Argentina, who I have. Again, I'd give Argentina the favorite. That's who I would probably have advancing. So, what's there? So, all right, let's move on. So then that would be from A to C, that would be Argentina. From B to D, that would be England versus France.
Yeah, England and France. Yep.
France typically beats them.
Okay.
That's going to be a big matchup. So then you have E, which is Spain, Germany, Costa Rica, Japan. I think Spain's a better thing, but I really said this division goes down to, I think, point differential, because I think Spain and Germany each go 2-0-1, and I think Germany and Spain draw. So I think it's going to be goal differential who wins. So then if you're looking at that versus Group F, you say it's not good. Belgium's the #1 team in the world, has been for a while.
Which one? Which team?
Belgium.
Oh, okay.
Now, latest FIFA rankings does sometimes change, which it doesn't put Belgium as the #1 team. But for the most part, they're the #1 team in the world.
Okay. So what do you have? What do you have on Group E to make sure I've got it right listed right here?
Spain or Germany? I'll let you pick one. This is a chance where you could take a shot if you want.
Okay.
I think Costa Rica and Japan.
Okay.
Then in Group F, I got Belgium. And this is where I think this is the bracket I said today you could take a gamble. Because Canada has been an up-and-coming team. They played really well in the CONCACAF. They've played really well. However, that's CONCACAF.
Mm-hmm.
Croatia is that older team that's been around for years. Most of their guys are 37, 35, 38. That's their stars. They don't really have a bona fide scorer. They've got a couple playmakers that can set guys up. Goalies, okay. Morocco's that team you generally don't like to play. Young team, African team, likes to get up and down. They're going to be an over type team, an over 2.5 type goal. They can be a team that could surprise people. I've got Morocco. I think I put them at second. Didn't I put them at second? Yeah, I've got Morocco getting through the group. Not everybody has Morocco getting through the group. I'm flat out telling you that right now.
Okay.
But Belgium's loaded. I mean, it's got Lukaku, it's got Eden Hazard, it's got Kevin De Bruyne. They can flat out score. So
he caught that.
I like Morocco having Hakim Ziyech because he may be the best striker of the three teams between Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. So, that's the part where I look and I sit there and I say, this is where I think this is where most likely someone's going to get a pretty good advancement on that bracket, because how you have teams structured here could be totally different.
Okay.
You have 10 guys, you might have 2 different guys.
So, so how many games do they play in the group stage? It's 3 each.
That's it. You play each team once.
Okay.
So
I feel like Lazard has been targeted like 25 times in this game.
Yep, it'd be nice if he catches one. So
why is that not a catch?
So, yeah, Morocco's the second highest ranked team in the FIFA World Standings. The only thing is they did just fire their manager in August. Ziyech is still playing, but they basically went with the player over the player.
So you like Morocco, Belgium, Morocco, Canada?
I like Belgium. I like Belgium to win, Morocco to finish second.
Okay.
So when you look at Croatia and you look at their projected lineup, Luka Modric is their best player. He's 37. He can still get things done. Get there. Ivan Perisic is 35. Fit player. Kramaric is a okay striker. Plays for Hoffman. And Pasalic is not their Kovacic is a part player for Chelsea. So it's a question that they can have enough scorers. I don't know if they're going to consistently be able to score when they need a goal. So I've got Belgium versus Spain or Germany. This is the last year of the Belgian group that's been together. And most people think they're starting to get long in the tooth. This was the big promise generation. They made themselves all the way to number one in the world. But they've yet to come through anything with any kind of hardware. So there's a lot of pressure on them to succeed. There's a lot of pressure on them too. I still like this team. But they'll have a tough contest for Spain or Germany. I would still take Belgium.
Okay.
Do you want to take history? Teams that's been there before, Spain or Germany's been there before. I don't think Germany has enough scoring. That's my issue with Germany. Kai Havertz, we talked about a little bit earlier. Not a guy who can always put the ball in the net. All right, so SMU finally does get another score. They lose by 35. They get 83 points in this game. And we go way over 65, like we said. Tulane covers easily. That was an easy winner for the show. And then if you look at the opposite, well, Belgium's not playing Spain or Germany. That's right. They're playing the opposite side because they're going to play the other team. Well, actually, they will play Spain or Germany here.
Yeah, they play. Yep.
Then Morocco over Spain or Germany, I would take Spain or Germany. And whichever one you think is going to go, big sack. Jeffrey Simmons. I mean, I don't know what Rogers taking 7 years. So then if we could go through, since we just went through, I will go through it here. I'm not going to type anything, but I'll tell you what my looks in. I mean, and Simmons didn't really run to the spot here. There's kind of a walk here.
Fucking ran the ball. Are you serious, right? Fucking. Oh my god. That's game.
That's gonna be Watson's yardage, right? Is that Watson's yardage?
Unbelievable.
I'm watching a Christian Watson catch.
I think that's his yardage, right?
I think this is a terrible spot. Why wouldn't you have challenged that?
Wow.
That's where they're running the ball because it's 4th and 1.
I think that's ball
They
game.
didn't get it.
I think that's ball game.
Well, the question, why did Jones go up in the middle when you saw there was nothing to the right?
They're probably trying to catch him off guard.
I don't know why Jones thinks he's got a first down. I think that was the dumbest running ever by Jones. You look and you saw, watch this hole. Watch the whole offensive line just collapse to the left. So you got 3 guys, collapse to the left, and he's like, I'm just going to run it right into the tackle. It's not a good deal when you look at your tackle going parallel to the line of scrimmage.
They throw the ball.
What?
Trayvon Burks down to the 5. Game over. Seal the deal, you rookie.
Yep. All right, so you got Brazil, Serbia with Switzerland and Cameroon. Brazil's going to win this group.
They must. I'm sorry. There must be some dirty blood here. He just threw the ball right here. The game's over.
I was gonna say, why would you throw it? Yeah, that's 4. That's 4 for 48 for Watson. So he cashes that 42.
So I like Serbia to finish second. Dusan Balovic is a guy I like with Juventus. As long as he can make the games and be healthy. Him and Mitrovic, also that team's been playing really well of late. So I like this go Brazil, Serbia, probably Switzerland, then Cameroon would be how I would take Group G. If we look at Group H, Portugal, Uruguay, South Korea, and Ghana. All right, the team you're not going to know is Ghana. Ghana is full of young African stars. Uruguay, most of their best players are old in the tooth. Luis Suarez, being an example of one, be able to put together. South Korea basically has Sumin Song, the guy who plays for Tottenham, is the only guy they really have on the line that you're kind of.
So in Group G, you said you liked Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So South Korea is a pretty good team. Ghana's a very good team. Uruguay, like I said, is pretty solid.
So it sounds like it was kind of up in the air.
Well, it's a question. Uruguay has enough talent to finish second, if they can get stuff. But the guys they have are kind of old.
Okay.
Wow. We got some good games on Thanksgiving, to be honest.
I really kind of like Ghana, to be that far. I mean, I like Portugal. Because I would go, personally, I would go Portugal, Ghana. I'm trying to look at the Uruguayan roster. I mean, all their guys are Diego Godin. I mean, all these guys are in late 30s. Darwin Nunez is the only young guy really for Uruguay. I go South Korea last, Uruguay third, and Ghana as a surprise second.
Okay.
I think they got young legs and would come through. So then if you looked at that, what you're going to play, your matchups are going to be
Brazil and Ghana.
It's going to be Brazil and Ghana. Brazil, a lot of people like Brazil to win this whole thing. Then you're going to go on the other side. You're going to go Portugal versus who?
Serbia.
Serbia. I like Serbia.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on that.
I am not
on that.
The problem with Argentina to win the World Cup is very simple. After Messi, I'm not saying like they don't have anybody else. They don't seem to I think Argentina will go far. I really do. I really think there's no question in the world Argentina will go far. But Lautaro Martinez is really the backup striker. He's not in a run of great form. Angel Di Maria does do stuff, but he's old in the tooth.
Yeah, he's old. We're old. You're right. I
think they haven't done it. This is the only group that's there. This will be definitely Messi's last chance. There'll be a lot of stuff to that. I mean, you lose Giovanni Lo Celso because he played on this international team as a starter. He's not playing, so he's not going to be at it. Otamendi is an old back so much that they kicked him out of the Premier League because he was getting burnt so much at Man City. I question the goaltending. Martinez is a great guy at Aston Villa, but he's a great guy because you could take over 2.5 because he gives up goals.
Right.
They're going to have to outscore teams, and I'm not sure. They've had teams before that had more firepower. A lot of people like them. The market values of this team is the highest market value of any team, but that's because Messi is the most highest paid player in the world. So maybe that throws that out. I mean, $748 million is the cost of their team. But I don't know. I think if they're going to play the Group A World Cup winner, which
Right.
I think they'll beat the Netherlands, but I think it's going to be a hell of a game. Don't just
So who
count
gets
the
to
Netherlands.
Brazil? Us?
When you say us, I hope you're not saying the U.S.
Argentina, sorry.
Brazil is in. Bracket is group Brazil in. I hate the app sometimes. It's not scrolling down.
What are you looking for?
He said who gets through Brazil, but this stupid. There it goes.
I
Finally.
said who
I've
defeats
got Brazil and Argentina in the semifinals.
Oh, okay, so it'd have to be Argentina. That's gonna be a tough one. So that's your poison right there. Is Brazil or Argentina? Take
I think
one of those.
they could struggle versus Netherlands. I think that's going to be probably a penalties game. And again, when you get to the later games and this gets to penalties and stuff like that, it's anybody's game.
Oh yeah.
Anybody. It's anybody's game. It's went through. Argentina has enough to get through, but yeah. So Tennessee won.
Yep.
And this controller doesn't work.
And the Packers should be officially over.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much done.
They're dead. They can't do it. There's too many teams in the NFC that are like the NFC East.
So the final four that I have here is Argentina, Brazil, France, and Belgium.
Yep. What's up, Aaron?
You guys want to talk college real quick, or?
Yeah, we can talk college. I'm just trying to find a TV to turn this down.
No worries, I gotta hit the head real quick. So.
All right, we'll let you hit the head real quick. Let's see if I can find it.
I think I'm going to check out here. I'm out of gas here, fellas.
Out of gas! Come on, you make me go through the entire World Cup, and then you just run out.
Well, yeah, but you like talking about it.
I don't like talk about anything.
I know. I am actually looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching it too, and I try to get through it. I mean, I don't want you to just take my picks. I tell you, here, this is the spot where you can gamble, and this is the spot where you can't. And
right.
And sometimes that's how you win it. Because if you just take the favorites, that's fine. You're going to finish the same record as everybody else.
Well, see, the thing is that there's no like seeding or anything. It's not like March Madness where, you know, there's numbers next to all the teams' names. So unless you're a soccer guy and you know which teams are good and which teams aren't, which some of these guys in this might, they probably do know, just like you do, but I wouldn't know just by looking at the teams who's good and who's not.
Yeah. All right. So I win the big little win, by the way, like we said, if you think Tennessee's going to win, take the big little win at plus 175.
Yep.
So that wins easily. Christian Watson does not get the longest reception, by the way.
Hey, I
Red
only got
Wings.
4 balls.
Red Wings, we win that. I lose my Virginia Tech game from earlier. Tulane team total over 34.5, cashes quite easily. Tennessee Titans over 41 cashed. Tennessee over 41. Tennessee over 41. Oh, the Capitals. Crap, because I put a hockey Capitals, lost me 50. Because I was like, I won the SMU stuff. I won the over. Why am I only up like $30? And it's because hockey. D let me down. It's like, let me down. Well, I even sat there and said, well, D's going to go over 500, so I'm going to take all these games big, and I'm just going to leave. At least if I go 2-1, I'll be all right. Start off 0-2.
Yep.
It's all right. Things happen. All right, get the over there. Get the first half over. Oh, we lost all 3 games? Oh, in hockey.
Yeah, but we cashed live though.
Yes, you're right. I didn't bet live the same amount that I betted on the earlier games.
Yeah, I know. You trust me.
No, I was driving. It wasn't a trust factor. It was a driving factor. That wasn't the issue. Let's see, 83 points plus 225. That's going to lose. All right, a lot of those things. How many tackles did we get? So, all right. So, anything you like in the college? I like Tulsa tomorrow minus 13.5 and the over 57. That's one of the things I'm taking tomorrow. USF can't play any defense. They're going to give us points.
Weirdest day in hockey tomorrow. One game.
It's kind of like NBA today.
I like TCU to cover the 2.5 versus Baylor. I think they're going to get it done. They know they have to get it done to make this Big 12 championship game.
TCU doesn't get. They're still not getting any respect. They just keep.
Nope. Winning. Yep. That's all they do. Just keep winning. I also don't understand this. I like Arizona minus the 4. You just came out and you beat UCLA. You looked potent in doing it. You're playing a Washington State team that's kind of reeling. And I don't see any issue with them coming down and basically at home, not covering here and getting. I think they went outright, to be flat honest with you. I think they've got Jed Fish has a lot of things positive going right now for that team. So,
all right, boys, I'm out.
Yep. I think we'll be out. All right. I'm being told I need to wrap up too. So, you got anything quick for NFL?
I'll be on Kelsey anytime touchdown. I'll be at the game, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Chiefs halftime, full time. We'll have to wrap it up.
Yep, sounds good. Take Justin Fields over 70 yards.
All right, man.
All right, take everybody. See everybody. Have a good night. All right, say bye.